I'm on
think
the
they
stream
can
waiting
see
for it.
us and hear us.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I'll know in a second.
Oh, there we are.
Wait.
I
Hello.
see us.
We are. You can see us. Hopefully you can.
Yeah,
hear
they
us
can
too.
hear us and see us.
Okay.
Welcome,
Hi,
guys, to Nat
Wow.
Disaster.
Can they hear us and see us, Casey?
Production manager Casey.
She has to
But,
swap
hello.
headphones.
Welcome everybody to Nat Disaster.
Yeah.
We're
Yay!
here for a special little split session weekend going on here after last weekend. So we'll see what does ensue. Hi, my name is
Welcome
Brian
to
Kruger.
session 15A.
I am the DM here, the Disaster Master, and I'm in a different setup than I normally am right now. So it's different. I'm in control of the stream for once because certain somebody is not
I'm in their
going
room.
to be in most of this session. So I apologize if things break, but we'll see how things go.
Yeah, we'll only get better at this.
We are going
No
to
one
be doing
knows how
things
to
a
do
little
it, and
bit.
we've done like 50 sessions, so someone else has to eventually learn.
We're going to do
Nah.
things a little bit differently this weekend. For those of you who do watch us regularly, we typically are streaming on Sundays, but today's clearly
And we are.
Saturday.
We are still
but-
streaming on Sunday.
Yes, we are going to be streaming tomorrow as well, but because of the events of last week's session, the party is going to be splitting up, so we decided to do 2 separate sessions. So today we have
Get more
everybody here
done.
yeah, just so we can get things more done, more work on the DM to prepare, but it's going to be great.
You love us.
You
We're
made
gonna
this
have about
choice.
10 to 15 minutes in the beginning of the session with the full party before they do split for their planned rest of the night. And then we'll be continuing the adventures of Delsin, Serenity, Windwhisper, and Paul as they go to
Dun,
have
dun,
dinner
dun.
at Paul's and see what kind of fucking disasters happen
You
there.
said the name of the session in the session.
Ha 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 ha. So, starting over with our tech paladin.
I'm actually on the other side from where
On my
screen at
screen,
least.
it's over there. So when it plays
Whatever, your
Yeah,
screen looks
opposite
actually in the
screen.
Feel like you're
stream.
pointing to him.
Wait, in the stream, it showed me pointing.
It
there,
is, yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
It is.
because you are the one who's streaming your screen, Brian.
Okay,
So-
well, I got it right. Well, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Conlon Rose. I'm the one who set up everything on both sides, both my computer and the streaming PC that's outside in the garage / studio / like 16 other things because that room is a
It
multi-purpose
does
room
what
at
it
this
is.
point. I play Rain. She still doesn't know what's happened to poor Windwhisper and the bullshit that happened to that poor boy. We might talk about that for a little bit before I tell them to all go leave so I can go ask Haas some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
All right. And now I feel like I'm part of the Brady Bunch sequence right here because next we're going to go to Mr. Brian Maines in the
Oh,
corner.
Oh, God.
Everything's reversed on my screen. That's hilarious.
Oh,
Maines,
that actually
introduce
works.
yourself.
It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm Maines.
Oh, yeah, it
I
did work.
play Serenity. And yeah, I'm gonna try it. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. It's gonna be a lot of role playing and funness.
Serenity,
You
what
need
are
like 3 more
currently-
beers.
Fun.
Yeah.
Serenity, and what are you currently wearing?
Armor.
Just leather armor.
Want something?
Actually, no.
No,
Did they ever get me my
get
get
They
clothes?
didn't because you guys walked away.
Maybe
before
while they
anybody
get
could
takeout.
bring the clothes.
Damn it!
You're
I was
naked.
hoping that. Yes,
That's you.
I am just in leather armor.
in the middle of the
after-
street in Xysta.
But it's better because the guards think I just had sex inside of the eye.
Yeah.
You're a kinky,
Yes.
kinky bitch.
It's
Yes,
a
I
weird-
am.
It's a weird stream if you haven't noticed. But next, down below, we have the wonderful Vicky playing.
I'm Vicky, and I play Andy. He is a monk rogue tabaxi, and he's holding his one hit point friend right now.
Yeah.
Yep, everything's fine. He's not worried at all. No, what?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It'll all be fine. Over in that corner, which Callum, you can't see, I don't think, but I'm pointing to you, the majestic beard himself.
Oh, I can see you guys. I just can't see myself, and you guys.
Okay. Well, introduce yourself and your wonderful character who's still alive.
Oi, I'm Callum. I'm playing Windwhisper, who fucking is a hot mess right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this session's gonna be hardcore about him getting some recompense from his patron.
We'll see how that goes. And then
Yeah.
finally, we have Xysta City's vigilante himself. We have Mr. Andrew.
How's it going,
Yes,
guys?
bitch.
I'm Andrew. I play Delsin Martathas, aka the Shadow, Xysta City's resident vigilante. Yeah, and he's going for this ride right now, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens next.
Dude, Delsin Martathas is still one of the best names I think I've ever heard of a
Fucking
D&D character.
Martathast. That's what it is. The last name Martathast is just fucking choice.
It
It
just
is.
sounds so good.
It was
One
a
of my
name.
future characters is gonna be a Martathast, just so I can learn Delsin's backstory.
Do it. It was honestly, that name just came out of a name generator, and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Also, so that I can also steal the last name Martathast because it's so fucking.
Alright, well, this is our crew, and then we have the wonderful NPC who was supposed to just be an NPC middle-aged man, but now he has evolved into something else. We have everybody's favorite
Hopefully he doesn't die.
Minnesotan accented old man, Paul. Which you guys still haven't figured out his full name. It's just Paul at this point.
Wait,
But-
so I have a pause then. Does that mean that natively that one of the accents in Xysta City is Minnesotan?
Or
Oh my
one of the
God.
local areas in the Zestalian Kingdom somewhere.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay, you're right. He might not be from Xysta itself. He might move there. I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah, he's
That
a
means you have an
country
entire section of
bumpkin.
Xysta, the kingdom, that they all speak from Minnesota's accent. Hope you're ready that you did that to yourself, Brian.
I know where that is too. I know exactly where it is.
It's got to be out up in the mountains.
Oh my god.
Don't you
Yeah,
know?
probably.
Because people in Xysta speak with like a British accent ish.
Yeah, they do.
I forced you to determine that because that's how I speak with as Rain.
Well, and this is our stream. As always, please, we're trying to reach Twitch affiliate now. We're at 35. So if you are watching the stream, please help us out by giving us a follow. We just need 15 more people. We get Twitch affiliate. Then people will promote us. And then, maybe when people search D&D, we might come up and people might watch it more. It'll help and it'll be awesome.
Only maybe.
Yeah, only
Maybe when
maybe,
people
but,
search natural disaster, they'll get us instead of, useful things.
Yeah.
There's a hurricane going on. They want to see the Twitch live stream,
No.
and then our D&D podcast comes up.
Oh
Just
boy.
a disaster. It's okay.
But as well as that, please just follow us on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. Subscribe. You can all find it under Nat Disaster or Nat
And hit the
Disaster
bell
D&D.
icon. Get
Ooh,
notifications.
oh, yeah. Ooh, this is the society we live in. Subscribe, hit the bell, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. But, yeah, I have nothing else really to announce, so let's get into tonight's session 15A, Disaster of the Heist Campaign, and let this disaster unfold. So, previously on Nat Disaster Heist. Oh boy, guys. You guys were finishing a side quest for Wind Whisper, as his patron had told him to get several chaos fragments and then drop them off the side of the city on the night of the gala. So, finding a location after talking with Kyra Planesleer, you guys followed Wind Whisper down a path that led to the Eye of All. And after several incidents that split the party, pulled Wind Whisper into the water plane, and trapped some members in the Eye of All, you guys had the party split 3 ways. Rain above. Delsin being a mediator by switching places with his Echo. Andy, Paul, and Serenity being trapped underwater with potions of water breathing with a ticking time. And Wind Whisper being trapped on the water plane with limited time, limited potions of water breathing, and stuck with a Kuatoa named Fetchalilipuddle, also known as Pud, who you had discovered was told by his patron to come to here as something was going to go through. After some fending off of some floodborne water elementals on the plane of water.
Which I think I did pretty good at, just saying.
You did get knocked unconscious again, but...
It happens. It happens. Don't fault me.
Every single floodborne you fought knocked you unconscious.
Yeah.
But while that was going on, while Rain was up above in her lost world, a place she was sent to by an effect of misfortune. One of the queen's Turksis 7, who had kept an eye on her since the early morning ceremony. She's trapped in that world. And while Serenity, Andy, and Paul fought off some vampire fish water elemental forms while trying to solve this puddle by reformatting a body out of different parts from a riddle left by some mysterious voice who left a studded lock with a question mark, a keyhole in the center. You guys completed the riddle, respawned the portal, the whirlpool portal at the bottom, and reopening the eye with a 1-minute timer. With Andy being sucked through, saw that Wind Whisper was alive, fighting a water elemental, trying to get a chaos fragment out of it, and rushed back as Delsin, who went up top, Delsin and Rain were above the Eye of All, watching as guards were starting to head to their area after they set fire to the Eye of All. Yeah, is this hard to follow? Because this was really hard to follow as a DM too.
Session.
Then after Andy returned and Paul and Serenity are floating up, they saw Wind Whisper's body, who was knocked unconscious by a Floodborn, then saved by Fesha Lillpuddle, fell through the portal and spawned back up into the Eye of All. Andy swimming down and trying with a last-ditch effort to throw Wind Whisper's body into one of the Essence of Being plants down here. Wind Whisper had died for a second time. The rest of the Lucky Cinq did try to escape the Eye of All. Delsin hiding in a bush. Rain trying to sneak away and getting caught and intimidating got some guy into saving her. Serenity not joking, but just already deceiving that her and Paul snuck into the Eye of All to fuck. And Andy throwing a hammer to smash the glass ceiling of the Eye of All, being spotted by a guard, hopping in a bush, being seen by another guard, and convincing that guard that Wind Whisper and him were just bystanders and Wind Whisper died, got Commander Eldrick to cast Revivify and revive Wind Whisper from the dead for the second time in the same night. After the group had gotten together with the guards, they had convinced them they were just innocent bystanders who got caught up in the mix, and the guards told them to give their statements and report to the armory for full statements in the morning. As they were led off, Delsin, who was hiding in a bush the entire time, snuck out and joined the crew, and then convinced the guards he was a off-duty guard who would take their statements and lead them home to safety as everybody else tried to figure out what was going on at the Eye of All. This terrorist attack from some group set fire to it, the black smoke bomb that has been plaguing the city in several locations with no real motive or rhyme or reason where it's popping up at. The rest of the group traveled through the streets, walking away from the chaos they created, ran into some not familiar with but familiar faces from their death battle fight, the Sub-City Ravens, both Kalia, Zane, and Jasful. Before Jasful gave Rain a look, and then the three of those walked off. Now, that is where we had left off. I hope everybody who's watching is following, because that was a lot to actually try to follow.
I realized that Rain's look, if anyone's ever seen Legend of Korra, is a lot like Lin Beifong after Korra did the watching you thing, and she's like, what? That's when Rain's like, what?
I just say bye, I guess.
That is where we ended off. Now you guys are just at the point, the fifth inner ring right now, right where Krulin's Crag is about to transition over to Tetlerian Town. You can still see people walking through the streets in the opposite direction. You can see smoke now rising from the distance behind you all. There's soldiers running through, Nialchi Care soldiers running through the streets trying to get over to that area. Carriages going off, all while a storm is still going down. It's helping with the fire, but the fire is still raging, and they're trying to get it out of control. You guys are all in the streets, and for the first time in several sessions, you're all together, with no one really keeping an eye on you right now. You have the streets to yourselves.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
say
think first I'm
to
gonna take a
Andy.
look around us and make sure no one's watching us, real quick.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Yeah, Andy's fucking paranoid right now.
And then
I'm
after
gonna
that, Wind Whisper said he was going to say something to Andy.
Yeah, so I say to Andy as I point to the sky, I'm like, ever raging storm, ever raging
Yeah,
storm. Rah!
You said it, buddy. That's a 14 for
14.
perception.
Keeping an eye out on the streets. So far, nobody's really paying attention to you. Occasionally, a guard will look by and see the blood-drenched clothes that you do have.
Yeah.
But you guys are also walking away from that area, and it's not really anything too suspicious. It's almost like people fleeing from a scene of a terrorist attack. Like kind of like looks kind of beaten down and trying to get away.
Brains.
Delsin definitely has a look on his face like he is anxious. So it probably helps with the act a little bit.
Brains like, keep the downtroddenness. Let's find someone to get dry for a minute.
Yeah. Let's get out of the
All right,
street.
you guys.
Is there a
You guys
bar or a restaurant or a
Somewhere
shop
we can
that's non-important that we could sneak in, pop into?
Not nearby. There is a alleyway really close by to you that a little bit further up in Telerian Town. You do know Rain. There's nothing really there, but it is a place where a lot of people, a lot of the undesirables, the ones who want to stay away from the city, it's kind of hidden off in a corner. So a lot of people go in there if they ever need to lay low for a little bit.
Okay, we're gonna go there for a couple minutes.
You take a look down the alleyway, and you can see.
We're gonna do it stealthily. I should point that out too.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody roll a stealth check then.
Or at least
I'm
trying to.
straight
I
up,
don't know if
like,
it's stealth.
pretending to cough and shit. Like I'm pretending to be like on the verge.
Still
of death.
dying.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
holding Andy's face
Oh,
like.
that's a
Doing the-
29 stealth, Brian.
Oh.
Damn.
That's only an 11. I rolled terribly.
Yeah.
I got you
When
better.
you get a plus 10.
Oh wait, you guys are doing your
it's-
own thing.
No,
What'd
we're
you
all
do?
going through stealth.
Oh,
Everybody roll for stealth. So you got a 6.
yes.
Wow, me and
Fuck,
Brian just.
I thought you
Mans,
guys
I
were
think that's the
rogues.
lowest I've seen you roll in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally Mains rolls really well.
Ouch.
Apparently, our dice aren't with us today. It's because
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
Saturday. They're not used to working on Saturdays.
What'd you get, Andrew?
It's supposed to be their day off.
You're muted, Andrew.
You're muted.
I think you said 25 though. I think you said
I
25.
think so too. Or 24 maybe.
I did indeed say 25.
I can lip
Well,
read.
Mel's definitely confused.
And Cal,
It's
did you roll?
okay.
No, I'm not being stealthy. I'm
Okay. You're just part of Andy's 29 stealth rolls.
Yeah.
Is Andy's just holding.
Cool.
So-
well, averaging it, we did okay.
Averaging it out, you guys do make it into the alleyway. You do notice as you go down, there's a person who's closing up a stall as the storm is getting intense. They take a look at you going down there, but they don't take too much mind.
In the alley, this is definitely the point where Andy empties his lungs of the water.
You guys
This
are
whole
in a
time
dark
he's
alley.
just been
There's
speaking with water in his lungs.
There's
He hasn't
water that's
coughed it up
pouring
yet.
down from the rooftops just all alongside the building. Old decrepit ladders leading up to the rooftops just in disarray and just trash strewing this alleyway. And you guys are alone.
You just see me coughing up water. It just comes out of
Are
my
you
mouth.
coughing it onto Wind Whisper?
No, I like hold you to the side and just put you on the ground.
You all right over there?
Yeah. I guess I can breathe water.
Yeah, that was a little weird. You went from sounding like normal
Yeah.
when we were there to all of a sudden just muffled.
I wasn't really breathing the water. It was just kind of in my lungs. I don't
Andy,
know.
then you probably don't need to breathe. You know what? For funsies.
And Paul just puts his hand on the arm and say, "Does it need to breathe? Oh, that would be wonderful, don't you know?"
Although
good.
you are
Yeah.
undead, so that makes sense.
I'm not undead.
Well, you're
But also,
reincarnated, right?
Do you know that? I don't know if
yeah, I don't think
know
you've
if Wind
told. I don't
Whisperer-
think
You,
I
you've
don't
had
think
that
I've
conversation.
told
you
Wind
have
Whisperer.
used your title reincarnated before around
Oh,
the party.
true. Yeah, I have used reincarnated around. Yeah. I don't
Also,
know
I
if
know
that's,
you weren't a cat before, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing you.
Okay,
You
so
don't
I
know
can
that
I'm pretty magically inclined. I can pretty much suss out that you used to be someone else.
mhm.
Paul's just has his hand on the wall. He's just like, so. Well, that was a rush.
Yeah. that-
Can Andy, can you put me down?
Uh.
I'm just gonna pat you on the back, but I want to go give Paul a hug real quick, straight up. I feel like I
Okay.
totally fucked him over, and I need to give him a hug for that.
Okay. He hesitates for a second. It seems like he's having a hard time putting you down, but then he eventually does.
What I will say before you put me down is, it's okay, not gonna die, right?
Alright, now.
You go over and
That's
hug
so
Paul.
convincing.
Not if I have anything to do with it, buddy.
As you walk over to Paul, I'm gonna stop and whisper and hand him a notebook and be like, "Write down what you saw."
Write down what I saw. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Be fast.
guy.
So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna give Paul a hug, and then I'm gonna start furiously writing down things.
So, Callum, you walk over to Paul and you give him a hug, and then
Alright.
you feel pain, almost
Oh, no.
acid.
Oh
come
no! I'm
off
gonna
of
go
his
unconscious
arms.
again.
He deals 3 points of acid damage to you.
I
Oh.
whisper to Wind
Son of
Whisper
a
and I
bitch.
stabilize him. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Help,
oh my god.
Andy, because I'm like, "Who
I'm
the
gonna
fuck?"
help.
You're helping? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Everyone's-
I'll take
Wind
advantage.
all
Whisper
is-
hugs Paul, and as Wind Whisper touches, his body falls off, and Paul's like, and he looks horrifying. He's like, Wind Whisper. And you guys
1
are trying
second.
to
That's a dirty
stabilize.
20
me.
medicine check.
Rain's honestly gonna
To
push Paul
stabilize
back
him.
out of the way. So Rain would roll the shit. She would
Well,
shove him to
alright.
move him out of the way.
Where are we again right now?
In an
In an
alleyway.
alleyway.
No.
Okay. Okay.
You guys do quickly together. Serenity and Andy get together and stabilize Wind Whisper. The acid is no longer pouring into his skin, and he is unconscious again, but stable.
Andy is just under his breath, being like, "Not gonna die, my fucking ass." Like,
I didn't remember that. I'm so sorry.
No, Wind
No, I
Whisper
know.
hasn't seen that yet, so
not
he
you
actually
didn't know
didn't
that he
Yeah.
could do it.
But
And
Rain, you
Andy
push Paul to the
forgot,
side
so.
and you touch him, and nothing happens to you. And Paul's just like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. He didn't know. It's fine. And I just.
It's okay.
Paul?
I don't
Back
think
up.
any of us know what's going on with you.
Paul,
He's back in my arms.
what happened to you?
Yeah. What the fuck?
He looks down at Wind Whisper. He's like, he gave me this stagger, and I don't know. You guys all disappeared, and after that water wave was trying to talk to Wind Whisper. I think I went into that area where we found the treasure chest, and I just started hearing a voice. It told me it could help.
You go, Paul. Do it.
I'm gonna.
Rain does out loud sigh and roll her eyes. And
No, Delsin does pretty much the same thing.
Delsin, Rain's gonna turn to
Right.
Delsin and say, "I think if you're still going to his house, points at Paul for dinner. Let Wind Whisper rest."
Can I do an insight check to see if Paul is leaving anything out of his story?
Roll an
And
insight
then
check.
Rain's gonna switch to Elven Thieves' Cant. So Andy will
that's
hear
not
this
good.
as well and say, and try and
only an
suss
8.
out. Try and suss out who the hell he made a pact with.
What was your insight, Andy?
Only an 8.
8. Paul's kind of frantic right now. It's hard to get a beat on exactly what he's saying, but he does seem pretty earnest about what he'd said so far.
And keep the group of them calm.
So I'm still unconscious, right?
Yeah.
So, Paul, you
nobody
think
has
it's-
anything to heal you with.
You think?
Oh,
it's
I
from
have
the
something to
dagger?
heal me.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
Oh.
You'll wake
That's-
up eventually
Okay.
during dinner.
Just
okay,
have me at
Paul,
a
you
plate,
think it's
with like in the chair, and I'm completely passed the fuck out. I just wake up and I'm like, got a napkin down my shirt, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
so you
exactly what's
think
gonna
it's-
happen.
You think it's from the dagger?
Say that again.
I'm asking Paul. You think it's from the dagger?
And
The
he
voice?
pulls up the dagger, and for if anybody hasn't seen this yet, because I don't know if Rain has or has not seen it, it's a dagger that's in the shape of almost like a kitchen knife, and you can see acidic green constantly flowing up, mixed in with some brown, almost like a camouflage. And as he holds it up and holds it out in his hands, you guys can all see it says contaminated across the handle.
Well, that's interesting.
What is it like? In what language is it?
Common.
Oh, it's in common.
What do they call the people who are infected with acid in Xysta again?
Contaminated.
They were calling those touched by fate.
Okay.
And Paul's just like, I mean, I can do things now. I mean, like, and he just whisks his hand really quickly, and you can see this spectral white hand that just does appear there and start floating around. He's moving. He's just like,
Rain's not thinking, stop him from doing that, pretty much almost grabbing his hand. Be like, not in public.
Magic, I don't know, Paul.
as you touch his hand, you take
I don't know,
acid damage.
Yeah, it's one of those she wasn't thinking. She is not used to this yet.
Paul, I don't know.
No
I don't
one's
know.
used to this yet.
Paul, I don't know if you know this, but magic is illegal in this city.
Oh,
If you are seen, you will be arrested.
I know. I do know.
You can't do this in public. You have to.
You must be careful. There are
This
times where magic can be used, but nowhere above ground.
This is new to me. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry,
Delsin.
y'all.
It's okay. You're new to this, which is fine. Some people gain new things and new skills over their life.
Besides, it's not like you meant to hurt anybody. You know, you're a
Just-
good guy.
Nobody touch me, please.
You just need to be conscious
Aw.
of that from now on.
Fucking Wind Whisper is gonna get up and hug him again.
Yes. Rain's gonna look back at Delsin and be like, whatever your plans were for tonight, I suggest we continue with them and split up for the night. It'll make us less suspicious. We'll meet to try and see the Liberator tonight at I'll name off a random bar near one of the entryways.
I mean, you can go back to that same place that you went to after your fight. You guys are fighters there, so they will allow you.
I want to go to a different place than we've been before. I'm trying to not be consistent.
Okay.
So you can just pick a random bar, Brian, when we come back together. It's not important. It's
Random bar
completely
number
not
one.
plot relevant.
Random bar number 1. Got it.
Yeah. It does not. You don't need to. You can pick like Dave's Tavern.
Tavern? Did you say Dan's Tavern?
No, Dave's Tavern.
Dane. Oh,
Dave.
I thought you said
So-
dangerous.
Be like, Andy, we still need to go see your master.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you're holding when Whisper again, like,
Yep, he's in my arms. I just
Do you
think,
want me to take Wind Whisper?
you should transition. You should become a giant buff man. You should just-
I think the monastery is the best place for him right now.
That might be true.
No.
I don't know.
I want to go talk to Paul.
Number
No.
1, he didn't really like it there very much.
No.
And,
I
he didn't
I
get along with anybody there.
I
have
think
a
he
pl-
should go with you. It'll be quieter.
my my home is in Haverwing's Edge. It's the
Okay.
last ring, so a little bit discreet. It could be a good place to lie low. And I do have
Yeah.
dinner prepared.
All right. We'll go there so we can lie low then.
Well,
We
and
approximate.
I look at Serenity, and I'm like, if I'm putting him in your arms, you realize that means that you're taking responsibility, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will do my best to make sure he doesn't die, and if he does this again, I will
I will
do my
kick
best
your
to
ass.
stabilize him. I will make
kick
sure
your
he
ass.
doesn't touch Paul. Unless he's
Everyone
wearing
else.
gloves.
While you are together, prepare your statements. Do not include each other in them unless your parties are working together, like Paul and Serenity.
I
We
fear
want
that
them
would be
to
the
seem.
best.
We want them to seem incongruent to each other. Oh, I'm using words that some people don't know.
Can you guys do me a favor?
What is it?
When he comes to, can you just tell him I said to be careful?
Will do.
Okay.
I think we'll
I hand him
try
over
to
Serenity.
knock some
Don't knock
sense
anything
into
into
him.
him. Apparently, that'll knock him right out.
Yeah.
Just tell him I care about him or something, and I hand him to Serenity.
Should,
Uh.
well, should we divide up everything that we did find down there?
Not yet.
Oh,
No. Definitely not right now.
not up.
This is
not
not
up
the
here,
place nor
probably.
the time to do that.
We'll find time to do that when we meet in 4 hours.
Okay.
I suggest you guys leave as a separate group. Go haphazardly to Vector House, Paul. We don't want anyone tracing you there.
Yeah, we'll take some
Okay.
Delsin will
other
know the best
routes
routes to
over there.
take.
So would I know the best? So where does Paul live again?
Haverwing's Edge, the outer ring. So you know how to get there. You do live nearby in one of the nearby districts.
I will guide us there then.
Oh,
Haphazardly. So it's not an easy.
Yeah, I'll tell everyone to be as discreet as possible.
The most
when we-
indirect route.
And I'll
Well,
put my hood up and I'll just lead us.
I'll
Andy.
put my black cloak on Wind Whispers just to make sure he can stay hidden a bit. And I'll.
Andy, it doesn't matter if we're
back on.
discreet. I think we're clear for now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Though, try and wash some of that blood off your chest.
Oh, one sec.
He probably just stands underneath the downspout. It's just like.
Yeah, just in the that one area where the water's pouring off the roof. I just kind of stand under it and rinse off.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can.
I'll take off
Oh,
my
beautiful.
shirt real quick and just actually rinse off and just get all of the blood off of me, my own and Wind Whispers, and then put my shirt and cloak back on.
Does anybody have anything spare for Serenity?
Uh,
And Paul's
I
kind
guess-
of like
I have a
looking
shitload of
but
spare
not
clothes,
looking.
guys. You can take them.
I guess actually, yeah, maybe take the cloak I just gave Wind Whisper. You can.
Well,
hang on to
no.
it for a little
But
bit.
more to the point, in my bag, I
We
got
don't know that
two.
though.
Yeah, we don't know.
We're not.
Just
gonna
go through my
gonna
bag!
search- nobody's gonna search through your bag.
We wouldn't look through your
No.
bag, buddy.
That's how it's one of those things we don't trust each other, but we're like we understand discretion.
We're
So like,
very
that's his
respectful,
stuff.
yeah.
We don't want to open it and learn like you have a bomb and you're about to blow us all up, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would be that kind of guy, but
Yes.
There was this fish guy where we went. He was pretty cool.
Tell me about him, Andy, as we walk.
Yeah.
And tell me what happened down there.
I guess we'll.
Our
see
food is
y'all-
apparently delivered.
I guess we'll see y'all in a bit.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
see
see
you
you
in about
later.
4 hours.
And Paul, as you start walking away, Paul just says to you, Rain. He's like, Rain, I'm sorry if I'm causing problems. I just want to help.
You're doing your best, Paul. It's your first time out. Our first time out is always the worst.
He looks down really
She
quickly.
twirls away and puts her hood up and begins walking down the alleyway,
out the bag.
opposite of whatever direction you guys are going.
Yeah, and he looks at the dagger, and after you two are out of the alleyway,
I'll say stay safe to everybody before I head out.
you too. and he looks over at Delsin after you're gone. He's like, "Well, lead the way."
And I will do so.
And as you guys
I
start
believe
traveling
this is
through
the
the
point where
streets, Conlon and Vicky, you guys can stay if you like, or you can head out and watch our stream over Twitch. And we will
Yeah.
see you guys tomorrow for your session.
Yep. Love you guys.
Absolutely.
Have a good session.
love you guys. Good
Bye,
luck.
guys.
I'll be around,
Yeah, good luck.
but I'm gonna end the call so you guys can be on your own.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
I'm gonna put my
Alright.
video back on so that you guys can see me. I think it might be better with just a few of
Maybe.
us.
We'll test
Okay.
it out for a few minutes and turn it back on.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's the boys.
Oh no.
So, all right, you guys follow Delsin through the streets. He knows them
Who's
very well
carrying
in this city.
Wait, I am.
Serenity.
I am gonna be.
How
look
long am I
around.
still uncomfortable or unconscious?
You are gonna, by the time they get to Paul's house, you will regain consciousness.
Good.
As we're walking
It's
around,
about an hour and a half, but you guys are taking the long route, so it'll be 2 hours. So practically when you get to the door, basically.
So as we walk around, do I see any clothes hanging to dry-ish kind of thing, like they got thrown out before the storm?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wind Whisper has
look-
does Wind Whisper has a black cloak over him right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just wanting to see if there was like something that I could just possibly snatch and throw on.
Oh yeah, you're naked right now.
Yes, I'm just in leather
Oh.
armor.
Oh,
As you do.
wait, you
walk
have
through the
armor. Wait, you
streets-
have armor on?
Yes.
Okay.
just leather armor. And as Delsin is leading you all through the streets, you can see most of the clothes has been pulled in for the day to avoid the storm. But you do
Okay.
catch a ruby dress that's flailing
So-
on the second level. So it's on the first balcony above.
I'm gonna
Okay.
whisper to Delsin, "Hey, can you take him for a second? I'm gonna try and grab that dress."
I'll take him. So
Okay.
what time of day is it right now? What time is it?
As you guys are leaving the alley, it's a little bit past 7.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do it stealthily, though.
How are there people around? Like,
There's still people in
Well,
the
like,
streets,
what-
but a
what
lot of
kind
them
of
have
area
gone
are we-
inside.
what kind of area are we in right now again? I'm sorry.
Right now, you guys are in Telerian town, and you guys are heading around a little bit of the long road. This is the one where there's a lot of Tritons and some mix of Dragonborns around here typically, but there are many races. As you look through the streets, there are some people still rushing with things over their heads to shield them from the rain and running through. The guard presence has dwindled a little bit, as a lot of them, you would assume, have
So,
conglomerated over towards Ivall.
Can I see any guards around that might be watching us? Or
Perception check.
I'm good at those. Oh, not too much. So 12 plus 19. 19.
For the first time in a very long time, you don't see a single guard on the street. It seems like this whole city's in high alert, and a lot of them have been pulled over to that direction. So you guys are, for the most part, in the clear.
I don't see any guards, so look like we're.
I'm going to
Clear right
as stealthily as I can try to go and steal that dress.
Okay. No need to even really roll a stealth check right now, because everything is just. There's
Well, it was a
not
19
even any
anyway.
eyes on. So you move over there, even though there's no eyes on you, and you find your way up. Roll a quick acrobatics check to get up to where.
I'm good at
where
those
it
too.
is.
That's a 29 with a natural 20.
So Delsin, you surprisingly, you watch as Serenity grabs onto the balcony railing and swings herself up, and for a moment you get a view of something you didn't really want to see. You turn your head around as she swings up, gets on the balcony, and takes the ruby dress.
Okay.
Gets back down. Nobody was the wiser.
I'm going to throw on the ruby dress.
Okay. You put on the ruby dress while you're still under the shade of the balcony. Still, the city's presence is very dwindled right now because of the storm and everything. So you successfully got on, and you are no longer naked.
Yeah.
And with enough time traveling through the streets, Delsin directing you through all the back alleys, It does take you about 2 hours to get over to Haverwing's Edge,
So it's about
where
9 o'clock.
where
Okay.
Paul ends up being like, "Yeah, it's this way," and he leads you to the central square of Haverwing's Edge in the last ring, and two houses down, he leads you to this house. It's a wooden house. In this ring of the city, it's not like the rest where you can see apartment buildings several stories up, where it gets more towards the closer inner. You do see the house. It's a wooden house that's pretty decrepit. It does have holes in certain areas, but that are patched up with other boards. And it's just one story with an attic from what it does appear like. He leads you. He's like, this way, and as you guys are walking into approaching the front of the house, Wind Whisper, you regain consciousness in Delsin. Did you give Wind Whisper back to Serenity?
Yes.
You regain consciousness in Serenity's arms.
So I'm gonna look at the house and I'm gonna smile and just say he owns his own house. He owns his own house. Right?
Yeah, he does, buddy. Yeah, he does.
Wind Whisper, you're okay. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna. The first instinct was to go and hug him again. I'm gonna like hop down from
I'm gonna
Paul's
grab
like,
you.
"Huh." He's like, don't touch me, please.
He seems to be.
So I'm gonna start writing what Rain asked me to write.
And he's like, "Yeah, quickly, come inside. Let's get dry."
Okay, we'll go in the house.
I'm just gonna say right and go inside.
And he
I'm
unlocks.
just
the
gonna
front
follow.
door. As he leads you guys all inside, Paul introduces you to his home. It's a one-room area. You can see there's sections separated by stacks of hay all around, and a ladder that seems to lead to an upper floor where the attic is. You see the center of the room. It seems like the floor has been removed, almost like the floorboards have been ripped out themselves, and you can see ashes in there, almost like it seems like this is where there is fires for cooking and such. The back corner does seem to have a cauldron in the corner and a cabinet that does have that does look like it's patched up almost exactly like the outside of the house. And there's just rows and rows of hay bales stacked. Some of them still bound together, some of them separated for an actual like pile. And he's like, "Well, it's not much, but a home sweet home. Make yourself comfortable. I'll start cooking."
Everyone's home's different.
And he goes over to the corner to get the
Better
cauldron
than my
and goes over
home,
at the end of
right?
this.
There's nothing wrong with a simple home.
Yeah, and it's peaceful, I guess.
That it is. I will sit my ass down because I am fucking tired.
Anybody who's holding I'm walking now, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna sit down and then lay all the way back so my face is facing the ceiling. And I'm just gonna splay my arms out and I'm like, fucking hurt, right?
Yes, you definitely are.
You just need to rest.
Oh, at that, when you say you just need to rest, I'm gonna look up really fast, kind of swoon from being dizzy, and then go, need to go outside.
Why?
Yeah, you're not going.
I don't think
anywhere
you're
now.
going anywhere.
At this, I'm gonna start writing separately from what I was like dictating to Rain
Uh-huh.
or transcribing to Rain. I'm gonna write something different, like 2 pages further along, and I write down, need to talk to Ever Raging Storm. Perfect time.
Is that your patron?
Yes.
Paul's gonna shout as he walks back over to you guys with a cauldron in his hand, puts it down in the center area. He's just like, "I think you should at least rest up a little bit. The storm out there is getting pretty intense. It could knock you unconscious again, don't you know?"
So I would write down this next part underneath need to talk to Ever Raging Storm patron or perfect time. I say, when the storm is most vicious is when it's perfect to talk to the ever-raging storm. I'll be right back.
Be safe.
Be safe
I have a potion.
and don't attract any attention.
Yes.
Dibs.
He kind of like puts his arm out like, wait, and then, wow, that's the perfect time for him to disappear. He puts out his arm, Calum, almost like, oh, what? And he seems a little defeated as you do walk outside, and you can see the back area does have a door that does lead outside. He does seem to have some sort of a back porch out there. It's pretty much in disarray as well, but there's room and there's like a nice rocking chair over in the corner. From as soon as you do see outside, the storm is still raging pretty hard, and what you see over you is there is a ledge, and then a few feet down, you can see there's just what you would see is almost docks from your time as being a pirate off of the edge of the city that go and extend over the edge of the city out from where the actual land is and hover over the actual exterior of the city.
So I'm bringing his rocking chair out to the edge of one of those docks.
You would have to climb down to get to there because it's about 20 feet up before it gets down to those platforms.
Oh, it's like a straight, like sheer cliff?
It's like, yes, it's like a wall. Basically, his back porch is there to view, and then there's a cliff down, and there's actually what seems to be some layer to walk on down there, almost like a path around the city that leads out to the docks.
Deal. Okay, so I'm going to tie a rope around the rocking chair and, like, slowly let it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to tie the rope off to, like, whatever the closest heavy object is and climb down myself right after.
The only real heavy object you can see is the actual railing of his back porch, which looks kind of iffy, but it's the only thing really to tie something down to.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. You don't need to make any check. That would have been hilarious if you fell off and got knocked unconscious.
I know, right? Take one falling damage and fall unconscious, like, underneath the city.
Would Whisper just be like, I'm just done.
I'm dead. Again.
As this is going on, Paul is there with Serenity and Delsin. He's just like, oh, I hope he doesn't get himself killed again.
Yeah, but I'm also hoping that this might help him in some way.
I'm with her.
Or it's up to his
Anyway,
the ever-raging storm to actually make sure that he is fine.
that is a fair point. But anyway, where's that food?
He's like,
Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry.
I'll make a specialty I learned from he is. It's called the Fey Wild Eggs. But I do have some elven bread for you as well. And he pulls out a plate that does have some sliced elven bread on it. You can see the cinnamon swirls inside each of the slices, and it does look pretty well made.
I will nom them.
He hands them.
I'll
Sorry,
take a
guys.
slice.
Please, you guys deserve this. I'll
You
see
need
what
some
I can
too.
do.
This is good. This is good.
Takes it. He's just like, maybe I do. I did do well down there. I helped you guys
did.
fight off those water fish.
Yeah, they were weird.
Next step, Paul, is figuring out what exactly happened to you.
Mhm.
Oh, Wind Whisper
What?
is going to be great for that when he comes back.
And as
And
he starts,
what?
he starts having a skillet, and he's starting to make some eggs over a fire that he's created in that hole. You see him pull a lever, and then there's a part of the roof that does like open up a little bit, almost in a section where it lets the smoke out, but it's not letting the water come in. And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to understand it myself, but I mean." I think whatever this thing is, it's trying to help at least.
It might be trying to help for now. Or have something that it wants you to do so it's helping. Or in exchange.
It let me know it's big on give and take relationships. Very much. I
I don't trust deities.
It's big on give and take, so it might be, oh, I'm going to help you survive for right now, and then when we get out, you have to go do
if this thing,
task.
whatever it is giving you these abilities, it will want something in return.
Yeah, especially with those abilities.
It let me know there is more like me. He said there are links in his chain. I don't know what
Links.
that means.
Delsin will write that down. Links in the chain.
Apparently,
The
I might not be
arcane.
the only one.
The arcane has never been my specialty, but this sounds dangerous.
Oh,
And
does the links in its chain or in the chain ring any bells for Serenity? Since she's demonic.
Honestly, I would let you roll if there's a chance for you knowing. No, this thing is a very well kept
Secret.
secret. This deity doesn't. Jin Rash, on the other hand, might know, but there's no way Serenity would know. And as he gets everything settled, the eggs start cooking around on the skillet. He's just like, maybe these links in his chain, or those other reports that were coming up about those touched by fate. I've been hearing about those around the city.
Okay, I'll be back in a second. My food's done.
Okay. It's like that. I mean, Delsin, I'm sure you've probably heard whatever's happening to me. And he looks at his hand. It's like there's been reports of others being found affected by this too. Not many, but
have there been in the city?
Very recently, within the past, I'd say month, reports have started coming up of what has commonly through the streets known as those touched by fate. Reports of individuals who interact with somebody who disappears really quickly, and part of their skin was starting to get some sort of acid burn after contact with them.
Okay.
So what?
Well, if there are more like you, maybe someone knows what's going on. We need to figure this out because people could get hurt. People probably are getting hurt.
I can probably keep tabs on it for the most part, as long as nobody touches me. But yeah.
Oh, if that thing speaks to you anymore, you need to let us know. Whatever it is.
And he looks down at the dagger one more time, and he's just like, it said it goes by the name Fate's Favor.
Fate's Favor?
Yeah.
So we have confirmation now.
So Fate's Favor has been gifting people with abilities. Whatever it is.
I don't know how many, but there are some people. It said there will be, as long as I do what favors he asks of me, he'll give me more magic. I've lived in the city all my life, and I've lived under no magic being a rule. I've always been curious about it, and I would be lying if I'd say it doesn't feel. It feels good. And he's just looking at his hands. It's like the Serenity, Delsin. You didn't see, but Serenity, you saw. I made ice armor, and it
Yeah,
saved
that
my
was
life out there.
That was definitely interesting.
So what was this being? What was this being's name again?
Fate's
Fate's
favor.
Fate's favor. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Wow.
Well,
So you have some abilities with your echo. Is that magic from anything?
I think so. I'm not really sure where my abilities came from. They just manifested one day, and I didn't really know how to react. I was scared. I was confused, curious. As time went on, I discovered that I could control it and realized that it was a gift.
This is also not a place that allows magic to be public knowledge.
Which is why I do my best to keep my activities hidden and only actively use my abilities at night and when no one's around. But I looked at it as a gift that I could use to help this city because there's far too much injustice.
It's like
The bigger a population is, usually there is a lot more injustice in it.
it's like that. That is true. I mean, this feels like a curse right now, but maybe it can be a gift. And he starts just focusing on his food. Serenity and Delsin, I don't know if there's anything you guys want to discuss while he's finishing cooking the meal.
No, I'm just gonna be like fucking exhausted.
And everybody starts to take a short rest.
Okay. Yeah.
Which this whole time since you've been in his house can start counting towards time with a short rest. Wind Whisper.
Yes.
So, you make it out over the ledge and you start carrying Paul's rocking chair out to the edge. You can see there's crates and barrels all lined up all over the place, ropes that seem impossibly long and some of them hanging over the edge, as well as some weighted sandbags as well. The storm is still raging hard. There's times where you gotta kind of fight the wind a little bit to get to the edge, but you are able to make it as close to the edge as you would like.
Okay, so I'm sitting right on the edge, so that my feet hang over in the rocking chair as I sit in it.
Okay.
And I'm going to start meditating.
Okay. You sit there
as best that I can, because I'm a fucking chaotic motherfucker.
You sit in the rocking chair, and with the wind, it's swaying it back and forth. You hear the creak and groan of the rocking chair goes back and forth with the wind whipping all around. The sound of the water bouncing off of the dock all around you. And you fear the
I probably
wind
feel the most safe that I felt in like a couple hours.
And you sit there undisturbed with the wind whipping all around you.
So I'm going to sort of project through my mind. I'm just going to start talking to the ever-raging storm and hope that it's listening.
Okay.
All right. So what I reach out saying is, I died twice for you. We need each other, but you owe me. And I'm going to in my pack, I'm going to reach in and start fondling the 5. I'm just going to start mixing them around, the 5 chaos fragments. And I'm going to say, in my head, I'm going to be like, I'm loyal to you and only you, but I need your help if you want me to be a admirable servant of yours. And then I'm going to wait.
You hear lightning, thunder crack, and lightning strikes in the distance, and the wind's whipping around you. You feel the rocking chair you're in creak forward, and then it doesn't creak back. It's kind of leaning a little bit forward.
over the edge, basically.
Not over the edge yet, but it's just in that forward position and not coming back.
Yeah, well, my feet are hanging over the edge, so like I could just slip out of it and fall over the edge if I wanted to.
And a breeze moves by you, and you can hear on the wind itself, "You have done well to get what I need. The plans that I have can move forward due to your loyalty. I do see that. I promised a gift upon the end, the completion of my task, and you have not gotten quite there yet. Why should I give unto you more when you haven't given me more?"
Is that the end of his little speech?
And the wind that's whipping around your head kind of dies down for a second, just back to the normal storm raging around you, and the rocking chair goes back and you start rocking again.
So I project in my mind, like, and this time specifically, I'm like in my head picturing like flowing wind and like stormy weather.
Mm-hmm.
So I project in my mind, as I said, I'm loyal. Through death, through 2 deaths, I need something to help me be stronger, or I may not be able to finish your task. And at this point, I grip one of the chaos fragments. And I'm like, that would be tragic for both of us.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh no, I'm bad at those.
I'd say you can do a persuasion and intimidation, because you're trying to persuade it, but you're also doing it through an intimidation. So do both.
Okay, so my persuasion check was a 15. And my intimidation check was a 22.
As the wind is whipping around once more, the rocking chair once more goes forward and gets pushed a little bit further, to the point where it's almost leaning over the edge. Like if you weren't positioned well, you might slip off. And the wind whips around your head one more time. And you say, and you hear a voice. "What would you plan on doing if I said no?"
Ooh. I'm not going to answer yet. I say all I ask for is a pact weapon. Something to signify my loyalty to you that I can use to put down your enemy. That's all I've wanted.
You say you are loyal, and there's no question from your actions. However, I am a little concerned where those loyalties are starting to align. You are making friends. You have this other mission. What is most important to you?
I'm going to take one of the dead chaos fragments and start like bouncing it in my palm. And I say, I think you know what's most important to me. I think you know better than almost anyone else other than myself. Do I really need to tell you that you are my priority?
If Wind
These
could
people
laugh,
are.
if Wind
Go
could
ahead.
laugh, you would feel that as the wind whips around you, almost like a ripple. No, not like a straight shot, but it feels like it's bouncing around you. And he's like, "Yes, Unquestionably, you are mine. And you will help me gain my control over the storms of this world. Roll one more persuasion check for everything that you are asking for right now.
Okay. The persuasion check is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. A wind whips around once more, and it knocks your rocking chair back, and out of your pack, that rapier that you had is like pulled out and lays in your palm. And then the wind whips the rocking chair forward, and it's holding you over the edge one more time. It's kind of leaning further than it was before. The rapier seems like it's almost slipping out of you at this point. Do you grab it?
Yeah.
You grab the rapier before it.
Now you're talking about Metal Breaker, right? The rapier that I bought.
Yes.
Yeah. As I grab the rapier, I'm gonna also put one hand on the arm of the chair.
Mm-hmm. And
put my feet against the very edge of the pier and kind of push back from it and pull the rapier towards me.
Okay. And he says, "Your reward, as promised, will come in due time, however." And the rocking chair leans a little bit further over. He's just like, one faltering. And it leans forward a little bit more. One misstep. A little bit further. One breeze out of line. And the powers. And one more, you're basically holding on to the rocking chair to keep up. One chance. And everything that you have acquired will whisper away on the breeze. And then but before then, and a little bit of air seems to just circle around you, and it seems to start localizing around the rapier in your hand, almost like a mini cyclone that is right on the rapier. And then you just hear, before a hurricane rages, it all starts on a gentle breeze. And the rocking chair pushes over and falls over the edge of the dock. You start falling, and as you are falling, the rapier, you open your eyes, and you can see the wind is just whipping around the edge of the rapier itself. And then from it, you can just see a burst of air that shoots out down below you where you're falling from. And about 30 feet in front of you, you just see this actual physical area where you can just see the wind taking the little debris from the city and whips it around. And you and the rocking chair fall and tumble through the burst of air. And then you blink. You are suddenly, for a brief second, you open your eyes and you're in a different place. You are in an endless sky. Nothing but just the air around you, clouds whipping around all over, until you fall once more into another area of air whipping around. And then suddenly, Serenity, Paul, and Delsin. Paul is just like, well, I think this is about ready. And he takes the eggs out of the skillet, and he's just like, well, let me just bring it over and get it on some plates for you all. And he walks over to the counter next to the cabinet, And then just Serenity, as you and Delsin are just laying back in the hay bale, just resting, you see wind suddenly whip around the center above the cauldron, and then from it, Wind Whisper and a rocking chair just and clatter into the cauldron in the center of the room.
Aw, I ruined dinner.
Spilling the hot water all over. Wind Whisper, you thankfully hitting the side of the cauldron and knocking the hot water in the other direction, spilling across the actual the ground itself and knocking out of the way onto the floorboards. And you just clatter to the ground, the rocking chair hitting to the side and cracking into a few two separate pieces. And Paul's just like, and he turns around. He has the dagger at the ready, and he looks over in the direction. Serenity, you just see Wind Whisper clatter to the ground, on the ground in front of you.
Well, that was close. You almost missed dinner.
No, I'm fucking laughing like hysterically. I'm like losing my shit right now. That was hilarious.
I'm so sad Delsin's not here. But how about we take a 5-minute break just so Delsin can be here for this quick moment for after whatever he did. So let's take a tiny intermission.
Brian, can you send me the rapier?
We will talk about that in a few moments. Until then,
okay.
I think I know how to do this. We will see you all in a few moments. Intermission, transition. they can see us, they can hear us. Confirmation.
What up?
Confirmation. 1 second. 1 second. Stream. Follow up. Follow up. They can. Hello.
What up? What
Yes.
up, my dudes?
We are back. So, Delsin, Serenity, and Paul. So Paul was just moving all the eggs and a little bit of stew that he was cooking underneath it all over to the table to get everything in bowls and plates for you all. And then Delsin and Serenity, you just see as wind just whips around the cauldron. Wind Whisperer falls out with a rocking chair that shatters into several pieces. And as he clatters to the ground, Serenity says her line, "Well, that was close. You almost missed dinner." And Delsin, you just see Wind Whisperer fell out of this air like mixture that's whipping in the center of the room and just appeared.
Well,
Paul's just like, are you okay?
I'm one for theatric entrances, and that was a good one.
So I'm laughing, and I'm like, never better, right?
Was that my rocking chair?
I'm gonna look over at him and be like, yes.
Well,
I can take it outside.
I suppose I can make another.
Oh wait, it broke?
Yeah,
Yes, it broke in
into
half.
several pieces.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's like, but what? And he shakes his head. He's like, where did you just come from?
I'm curious.
Plane of air, right?
You seem to be well traveled in the plains.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write down in my notebook in really big, ugly letters, only recently, and I just hold it up really big.
Only recently? Is that where you went through when you went through the whirlpool?
And then I write underneath it in like smaller, neater letters. I write plane of water.
Well, that still doesn't explain what just happened to you. Why did you were on my back porch?
I'm gonna look sheepishly at him and go, not on back porch. Don't know what happened.
And he's now coming over he has plates with some eggs and then a little bowl next to them that has stew poured into it each. And he's just like, well, at least I got some of it. And he hands it out to all three of you and has one for himself. And he's just like, was that the ever-raging storm?
I'm gonna nod. And then I hold out the rapier to him. Does it look any different, or is it like the same looking?
So as you hold it out in front of all of your comrades, Delsin, Serenity, and Paul, you can all see. You can't see wind, but you can feel the wind, just a breeze just whipping around the rapier consistently.
That's interesting.
Cool.
You can hear it as it's just moving around the metal of the actual rapier, almost like it's like against the metal of the rapier.
That might have been helpful while we were underwater.
I have to be honest, my friend, that is very cool.
I'm gonna look at them and I go, don't know what is.
All right. I assume that this means that whatever you did talk about, they wanted to help you out.
I'm gonna nod at Paul and say, hopefully for you. And I wink.
So, Wind Whisper, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Wind Whisper, what does this thing want from you?
I'm gonna dump out my pack, like just jump out the chaos fragments on the ground. The 5 regular, like, living ones and the 2 dead ones.
He wants these things?
Is it tomorrow that's the day of the heist?
You have one more full day, so 2 more days. 2 nights from now.
So I'm gonna say 2 nights from now. Or well, I'm gonna write in my notebook. 2 nights from now, I need to throw these over the edge.
And what's gonna happen when you do that?
I just shrug and I'm like, don't know.
That might be something bad, but
Didn't you say it was the elemental evil patron?
And I'm gonna start writing like a longer text block, and I'm like, and what I write down specifically is, just because they're quote unquote evil doesn't mean that they will affect our world in a negative way. I can only trust them because they saved me and my crew at sea. And they asked me to do this task. I can only trust them.
I guess I got a taste of an understanding of that. I mean, when he pulls up his dagger one more time, he's just like, hey, this is all new to me, but you seem pretty well versed in it all.
I'm going to write down to Paul, if you ever need advice, I will be happy to give you any I can glean.
Thank you. It's just like, well, I mean, that's the most exciting dinner I've had at my place in a while since my... He looks facetiously. In a while. I haven't had people over in a while.
I'm going to make an insight check to see what he meant.
Roll an insight check.
Ooh, that's not bad at all. Okay, so that's a 22.
22. As somebody who has been on the sea and lost people to storms, creatures, and such, even people you've gotten close to, you recognize the look of loss of someone close in his face.
I'm gonna like put a napkin over my hand and just pat his shoulder.
Pat Paul. He kind of looks a little bit like hesitant for a second, but you tap, and he's just like, huh. And you can see after that second tap, the napkin sizzles away with the acid, but nothing to you.
Oh. Okay.
He's like, I hope you carry a bunch of those around.
I'm just gonna wink at him again and smile and say, doesn't hurt that bad.
Well, thank you. And then as he starts eating, he's just like, oh, I didn't get to tell you it when Whisper. He's like, I found treasure. And he looks over at Delsin, who got the treasure chest at the time.
Yeah.
Right, I still have the treasure. I still have the chest. Wait,
Yeah.
was I carrying that? How big is the chest?
The chest itself, it was probably something, I'd say it's about 2 feet wide and almost 2 feet tall. Like, it's a pretty hefty chest.
So, could I feasibly carry it in my arms?
With your strength, kind of like under your arm, kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah. I would have been like kind of like having my cloak kind of over it as we were walking through the city. So
you're not just carrying a chest. Yes.
Yes. But I pop that out. It's like, you guys want to see what's inside?
Yeah, we found. I think we found a few things. What else did you guys find?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did we make it out with the ice arrowhead thing, or is that still down there?
You did make it out with that, yeah.
We grabbed,
reclaimed. For the sake of simplicity, because I know that was supposed to go back to you. I mean, I know the ice arrow wasn't given back to you, Delsin, but I think Andy has.
For the sake of brevity.
For the sake of brevity, probably I'll say it was given to Paul, and Paul takes it, and he's just like, wasn't this yours? And he hands it over to you.
So I'm gonna take out the cold hilt and I'm gonna place it in my lap along with the rapier, and I take out the ancient Xystalian armor and place it like between the two in my crisscross applesauce lap.
I'm gonna pull out my cloak
and the
other glove.
I'm gonna open the chest.
Okay. So you guys see Wind Whisper pulls out the rapier, the old Xystalian armor. It's got like designs carved into it. All rust, the color is long faded away. Any type of branding is illegible at this point, but it's still, the metal is intact, as well as a blade that seems to have red arcane runes around it in a language Wind Whisper couldn't understand. Serenity ends up pulling out a cloak that is just stitched together with a bunch of hearts, all different colors, reds, blues, orange, purples, pinks, everything. And it's cut out at a point, so it looks like the cloak is completely just made up of hearts stitched together. And then you open up the chest, and you can see a pile of gold inside. And on top of that pile of gold is a necklace with a emerald jewel at the bottom, and then seashells tied into the silver chain around it. He's like, Wind Whisper, I found some a good haul right there, I think.
I'm gonna. Oh, damn it! I like nudge him with my shoulder, and I'm like, good haul, good haul.
Nothing
Not
seems
bad.
to happen.
Not bad.
Thank God! Oh my God, I was gonna die again.
Paul's just like, Wind Whisper, don't. I'm sorry, don't touch me. I don't want to kill you.
Would it still affect if you hit him on his clothes?
It did
From
seem
what we've
like
noticed.
It did seem like it did go through clothes a little bit. Not like
As potently.
There is some limitations to it, but good contact, like touching him, like your skin goes through, it could. It depends on, from times that you've seen in the past, it depends on basically the layers, really, how thick it is. And right, clothing isn't thick enough, but like that time with Kyron with her father, there's a blanket and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's layers in between. But does anybody know how to figure out what any of this does?
Not a clue.
Rains man.
Man.
Rain's man?
I make this like snake motion with my hands and go with my face.
Oh, you want maybe the guy at the pawn shop?
Oh.
Then I turn to Serenity and I fucking wink and go.
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yeah, maybe we can figure out what some of this stuff does. I mean, that hilt. I mean, maybe one of us can read what it says. Can I see?
I'm gonna hand it over happily.
And Paul looks at it. He's just like, "Oh, it's cold, don't you know?" And
Cold hill, right?
He's just like,
Air can do that, especially when items are wet.
He looks around. He's like, I don't know what this says myself. Delsin, and he hands it over to you, Delsin. It looks like. What languages do you speak?
Me?
Yes.
Can you describe this thing to me one more time?
It's a silvered hilt, and it seems like it has red arcane runes etched into the hilt itself.
And it's just the hilt of a sword? Or
Yes.
no blade?
No blade.
Okay, and what did you ask? What
you speak?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. There's ruins on both sides. One side you don't understand, but the other side you do understand what it says, as it is actually written in Elvish on that side. And
Okay.
It says frozen blood.
Frozen blood. This is definitely a piece to some magical weapon.
Well, how
Can I give
does
the other side a shot?
The arcane has never been my specialty, but Rain's friend might know more.
Hopefully. And, oh, here, maybe you know the other side, and they hand the blade over to you. What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Comm, and Thieves Cant.
Alright. No, unfortunately, you don't know the other
Nothing.
side.
Damn.
Does Primordial read the other side?
Primordial, if you look over to, on that side, there's really not a written language for Primordial that you really know of. Like, I've actually looked into this. Primordial really doesn't have a written language that's known. You look at it, and it makes no sense to you. And then focusing in on itself, it seems like in your head, it almost aligns the words in a way until you can read, it says, Fizozaz Shaluzed.
Okay.
You have no idea.
You spell that for me.
In your head, it does. For some reason, you know that this means frozen blood. Just in some sort of other languages. FZOZAZ space SHULOOZD.
Spell that for me one more time. I'm sorry. I had to erase frozen blood.
FZOZAZ, and then
SEOZAZ,
and then SHULOOZD.
SHUL
OOZD. Vizozaz Shaluzed.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, does anybody know how?
Say that to someone.
You say that out loud?
Vizozaz Shaluzed, yeah. I'm gonna just whisper
Not
it.
a damn clue.
Paul's just like, is that what language is that?
I'm gonna look at him and go, think it's primordial. Think it's primordial.
Well, this side is definitely Elvish, and I'll point to the Elvish side.
What does it say? Huh?
It says frozen blood.
And I just nod, because the Zojad salute means frozen blood.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing in two different languages.
Maybe it's to make sure that the wielder knows.
And then
we should find someone more versed in.
Versed in what,
Of course.
Andrew? No!
Fuck you, Discord. Just gonna say that.
Someone more versed in what?
Someone more versed in the arcane and.
Oh, definitely.
Magical history to figure out what this is.
I'm gonna take it back from you if that's all right.
I will hand it over.
So I'm gonna rest it in my lap in one hand, and the rapier is still in my right hand.
And Paul's gonna go over to the chest afterwards. He'd be like, he picks up the necklace. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not one for jewelry, but anybody want this? I want to count how much how much." He looks at Wind Whisper for a second. He's like, "How much booty I got?"
I'm gonna laugh and hold my hand out to the necklace. Does it look like it's valuable?
Wait, so what? Wait, what is it? What does Paul put in?
He's holding up a necklace, and Wind Whisper is reaching out for it. It's an emerald necklace on a silver chain with seashells carved into it.
Oh, that sounds exactly like my fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I feel like that would be his aesthetic so bad.
He's holding it up. Does anybody take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
It sounds like his aesthetic, so I'm gonna let him have it.
Okay.
Did you want it? Because you can totally convince Wind Whisper that you want it. Like he's not that.
No, it's because it's more like your kind of person. Since you're all piratey, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you can have it. It looks really cute and something that some clients might enjoy being worn on their recommendations.
And he starts counting through 1, 2, 3, 4, Is there anything you guys are doing while Paul's counting the gold?
I'm gonna.
So, oh yeah, I was gonna look at what was in the chest too.
Okay. As Paul's counting through, it just seems like it's a lot of gold.
Okay,
Um,
like mostly gold. Anything else in the chest?
As he's going out, doesn't seem like anything else other than the gold and that necklace.
Okay, any gems of any sort?
As his time goes by, as him pulling out, no, the only thing that had a gem on it was the emerald necklace.
Okay, so it's just gold. Okay, cool.
So, Brian,
Mm-hmm.
since we're gonna be taking a short rest here,
Mm-hmm.
is it possible for me to unattune to something and try to attune to multiple things?
You can, with a short rest, you can unattune to something, and you can attune to one thing typically, willingly. You can attune to something. I think it's one thing per short rest, but I don't care. I don't mind.
We have what, 4 hours ish?
I don't care if it's multiple. I'm gonna say one per short rest because the textbook definition of attuning to something is taking your short rest to focus in on and connect with the item.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the bracelet off, the one that gives me misstep, and like actively unattune to it and hand it out to the group while I study the necklace and the sword hilt.
Okay.
Also, can I do something?
Go ahead.
I will take out an arrow from my quiver,
Mm-hmm.
take the head off, and affix the ice arrowhead to it.
Okay. This will take some
good
time to
idea.
get it. This will take some time to get it affixed to it, but you start work on that. Serenity, is there anything you're doing as you guys are all having dinner? Do you still have the cloak on your person?
Yes. I haven't attuned to it yet. I don't know if it needs to be attuned, but I want to get inspected before I do.
What?
Does
What, the
anybody
cloak?
want my bracelet? Because the
I'm gonna
bracelet is the
ask-
one that gives me misstep.
It was an earring, the misstep earring.
Well, no, but I made it into a bracelet.
Oh, okay.
I affixed the earring in between two pieces of metal that like clasp around your wrist.
Gotcha.
You know what? That actually looks really cool. Can I have it?
Fuck yeah. And I just write out fuck yeah.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. Thank you.
Do you want to try to attune to that bracelet during the short rest?
Why not? Yeah.
Okay.
So for
Is
me,
it under
oh, go ahead.
what would it be under? Or is it a custom item? Brian.
I don't know if I made it on D&D Beyond yet.
Okay.
I'll check a bit. It basically gives you the spell Misstep, which I have to make a custom spell because it's from the Book of Magic. So if I haven't, I will do that by the time we next play. But what Misstep basically lets you do is it's a cantrip, and it lets you point, and then somebody needs to make a save, and you can shoo them in like a 5-foot direction in any way you want to go. Like you can forcibly move somebody within 5 feet. All right. So you guys hang around.
So my attunement that I want to do, because I just unattuned to the bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only attune to one at a time. I'm going to put the necklace on, but I'm going to attune to the rapier.
To the rapier?
And I'm going to have the cold hilt in my hand at the same time, like one in each hand.
The rapier, you can tell after that, it is bonded with you. So the rapier, you have.
Oh, I'm already attuned to it. Okay, then
Yes.
I'm going to attune to this the cold hilt, but with the rapier in my right hand, so I can like kind of attune to it to my left hand.
Okay.
Because I'm still pretty sure that that's fucking magical by itself.
Okay. So a short rest goes by as you guys have dinner. So if you guys want to roll
can
any
I
hit
use
die,
my? Yeah. Thank
you guys
you.
are out
I'm
any
gonna
hit
use my
points?
3 warlock ones.
Gotcha. Is anybody else down hit points?
Yeah, I'm down 11 hit points.
So you could use a hit die if you do want.
Hit points.
Serenity, I think you healed up all the way in the plants, right?
Yeah.
Oh, can I also take my potion?
If you would like,
Since
yeah.
I know we're going to the Liberator. I'd like to take my potion as well.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I'll do a hit die.
Okay, roll your hit die. It's what you roll plus your con mod.
Yeah, I have 1d10 plus 4.
And Cal, let me know what you roll so I know what your hit points are at.
My total hit points at the moment with the potion and the hit dice, because I rolled all 3 of my warlock ones, so I am at 0 hit dice.
I rolled a 7.
Cool.
Oh,
So
I
you
did
got
7.
My current hit points are 22.
Okay. So at the end of the short rest, Delsin, you took the time to properly affix it. You've worked with arrows for a long time. And this thing was strangely the perfect shape for an arrowhead. You get it affixed onto there, and after it is sitting on properly, it feels like even the wood itself has slowly gotten cold, and it is holding properly on there.
I will place it in my quiver.
It goes in and it disappears.
I'll try and take more than one of them out.
You have 2 of them.
So it works.
Yo, good job.
Damn.
I have
I will-
frozen arrow custom item on D&D Beyond that you can add to your inventory.
Hell yeah, bro. I will
Serenity.
put them away with a smile on my face.
Okay. Serenity, you attune to the bracelet of misstep, so you now have the spell misstep. Again, if it's not in here, I know I actually the spell misstep is in here. I just don't know if I made the bracelet yet. So if you want to use it, it's on D&D Beyond on my campaign list. And Callum,
Yeah.
after spending the hour trying to attune to the hilt, you do feel a connection form between you and the hilt. You can add that to your inventory. The frozen blood, or the name that I gave you before in Primordial, is the name of the weapon. And for everybody to know, it emanates an aura of cold 15 feet out that makes it feel like a chill is in the room. Upon attuning to it and speaking the command word, which Callum, you'll know the command word, it is spelled QIOZAZ and space FZEEZAZ. Kiozaz Fazaz. Which
How do you spell the second word?
FZEEZAZ. And it means in Primordial, which you also learn, it's called Feed the Freeze.
Okay.
You now know, as when you magically attune to something, you do know how it operates. You could speak the command word, and from the hilt of the blade, you can form an either +1 short sword or +1 long sword. It is your choice at the time you speak the command word. It deals the appropriate damage, and then a creature hit by it needs to make a con save of 16, or it takes 2d6 cold damage, or half as much on a success. When you do cut somebody with this blade, part of their blood freezes and gets sucked into the actual blade itself. And when you store up a certain amount of points of cold damage, you can cast certain spells through it.
Can you text me?
Damn.
Yeah, I will. I've already made it custom on D&D Beyond, but I can get a screenshot to you. I can actually get that to you right now because I had it up. But yeah, you spend your time attuning to this item, and you guys all, you feel the attunement to misstep, you feel the attunement to this item, and Delsin, you now know this is all set. And Paul's like, I hope y'all enjoyed the food.
It was good food, Paul. I'll have to give you that. I give credit where credit is due.
If there's anything I've learned all these years, it's how to cook.
Oh, I do want to ask you. Does anything happen with the necklace since I put it on?
Nothing yet.
Thank God. I was afraid it was gonna do some bullshit to me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna just wear it around.
And Delsin, as Paul is as asking, I hope answers to your response to you. Thank you so much. If there's anything I learned, it's how to cook. You can hear from outside faintly with your passive perception. Just, hey, stop it! Coming from seems like it's outside, over towards the docks.
Something's going on outside. I'll be right back, and I will rush out
Okay, you head out
with
the
my
back.
with my bow. I'll go out the back.
Okay. You
Yeah, let's
head out
stay
towards
in
the back
here.
door. Serenity stays nearby, and Paul just looks. He's just like, and he follows.
Does
Delsin
this normally
outside.
happen here?
Wait, Paul follows me?
Yeah, and he starts following Serenity. Says, "Does this normally happen?" He's just like, uh, "It's a bad part of town, ish." And he walks out to the back porch with you. Windwhisper, do you stay inside or do you follow?
I'm gonna keep resting, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Serenity, can you watch him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will say, what did you say? I'm gonna say Kirozaz Frizzaz.
Yep. Kiozaz, Fizzaz, and what do you form?
I'm gonna form the short sword in my second hand.
In Serenity, as they rush outside, you just hear Windwhisper say that, and outside the blade from the hilt, as he does a quick swipe with the command word, the blade just forms out of the hilt in a block of ice, just until it's out to the side of a short sword. And you can see almost empty veins flowing through the ice itself, like crevices carved through a glacier.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And Delsin, as you get out to the back porch, roll a perception check.
Cock. 14 plus 21.
21. So, not on the deck directly in front of you, but on the one next to it after, a little bit to the side. It is the one closest to you, but it's a little bit to the side, like over to the right. You can see there seems to be a red tiefling man in common clothes. Just got knocked down. He's backing up on the actual dock itself. And you can see 6 Nyalchi Care soldiers who are just walking with him. 3 of them humans, 2 elves, and 1 Asimar who seems to be leading it. And you can hear a voice out as the rain is still coming down. All right, you have caused enough issues, Arcanus. And it's time you finally learned a lesson. And you can hear the soldiers around him be like, you've been stealing and using magic. You know this is illegal. And you can hear them all get together, and the Asmar one time says, we will get to that. We will get to that. Now, and you can see him and you can see a sacred flame cantrip comes out from his hand and hits the ground next to the tiefling. He backs up, and he's just like, just, I'll quit it. Stop. And he's like, oh, we're beyond that. You know, and we can easily send you over to get Queen Kitty's fallen crown. And he looks back at the place and he's like, and you'll receive the kiss off the edge. And everybody starts laughing, and he's a little backing up. He's like, just please. And they're backing up. One more sacred flame gets knocked back a little bit. You're watching this all happen.
So it's the tiefling, and he's surrounded by soldiers?
Yes.
Like, okay,
Paul's just looking at you and be like, are they gonna push him off the edge?
looks like it. There's too many of them now. We can't do it. They're guards. Those are those. So are they Xysta City guards? Is that what they look like? Or
with your perception check, it looks like they are the outer ring soldiers with 1 squad captain. They don't look. They're not with the guard insignia that they do have. They don't. They're the outer ring ones, which you know are the the incomers, the newbies, with the 1 squad captain who's a little bit ranking ahead above them.
okay, so Those are soldiers, so I don't think we should get involved in this. There's too many of them. We have to keep tabs on. So Delsin will make note of this.
Just keeping
and
an
just keep.
eye on from a distance.
Yes.
Okay. And as you see him, they're just like one more sacred flame cantrip knocks him back. He's getting close to the edge. All the soldiers laughing. He's just like, oh, well, we could just save the queen some time right now. What do you think, Arcanus? Do you think you deserve her fallen crown, or would you like it to just end right now? I hear it's a fun trip down to the bottom. And he's just like, please just, you can take me and just don't. And at this point, he's almost at the edge right now. He's just like, oh, you want to be taken in now. Oh, from all your crimes, all the little magic tricks that you've done to get in the way of our work all this time. And one more sacred flame cantrip onto the ground just knocks the guy's holding onto a barrel right at the edge right now. He's just like, yes, just... He gets on his knees and he holds his arms. He's just like, I just wanted to help the children.
Oh.
So how... Wait, okay, hold on. How far away is this from right now?
From you?
Oh, it's far away. Fuck.
140, about 140 feet to the closest guard.
Not too far away. Fuck. Damn it.
Paul's just looking on. She's just looking. You can see him holding on to the edge of the balcony with the dagger in his hand, and he like clutches the wood. He looks frustrated by this. Is there anything you do, or?
They're too far away. We're not gonna get there in time. There's nothing we can do.
Shoot an arrow at them.
What?
Shoot an arrow. The guy's helping kids. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well, so what's an arrow gonna do? He's surrounded by 6 guards and he's about to be
Yes.
pushed off the edge.
But it
You
will
could
turn
kill
their
him before
attention.
he gets pushed off the edge, or you could do something and like hope that your arrow explodes on impact or some shit. You really could even put this guy out of his misery and just not make him fall to his death.
Oh man, oh man.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Paul says that.
Shit.
So are we on Paul's balcony right now? Was that where we are?
Yeah, the door is open, and by the way, Serenity and Williams, you can hear what Delsin and Paul are saying right there.
Oh, I'm still inside. That was
Yes.
totally just
Yeah,
me
no,
saying.
you guys are inside, but Paul left the door open, and they're right there at the balcony, so you can hear what they're saying. Just wanted to let you know.
Fuck it. I'm gonna get up.
Yeah, I kind of want to just dash out the door and try just leap off the balcony.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, and I've got
All right.
It's
in
gonna
my
get
right
better.
hand.
I was hoping
Zodad Shalud in my left hand.
I was hoping
And
to
I'm throwing fucking balls to the walls with 2 weapons in my hands.
I was hoping
No, it's gonna get better because I'm gonna go into a female succubus form
Mm-hmm.
and just leap off.
I guess
Okay.
we're doing
No.
this. Delsin will throw up his hood and leap off.
Okay. Now, for those of you who are using Roll20, I know you don't, Cal, but I need you guys to go into Roll20 real quick.
Oh, I'm gonna say to Paul as I pass him, stay here, rock.
He holds his dagger. He's like, I'll provide support if I can.
And I just look at him and nod as I like leap past him.
All of you roll dexterity saving throws as you jump off the back porch.
Okay.
Well, actually, you don't need to. You're flying, Serenity, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
My dexterity
I
saving
spawned my
throw
wings.
is a 26.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. You both succeed. You only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on the ground and you keep off into a dash. You guys have your characters on the map, so you guys can move them. I'll be in control of Wind Whisper. So 1 turn of movement.
This
We're so far away.
1 turn of movement. Wind Whisper dashes down there. Wind Whisper, are you running to the docks?
I'm running towards the group of soldiers.
Okay, so 1 turn, you get about there. Serenity.
Now,
where
I did finish my short rest, didn't I?
Yes, you got your spells back.
How far away are they?
Oh, are you transitioning to the map, Conlon?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't need to normally do these things.
How far away are they?
25.
1 second, Conlon's helping me get the map up on the stream. And now, what I see here is what the stream sees. Learning experiences for me. Alright, Andrew, move you where you move, and Serenity, move to where you move.
I can only go 30 feet, right? Or can I do the whole dash
you
and all that fun stuff with flying?
You could dash. This is technically 1 round right here.
Oh, is this where I landed?
No, that's just where you were. That's Paul's house. You were right here on the edge. This is his balcony.
Okay, so I jumped down. So, okay, so here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And then I think I am going to use my action to dash.
Okay.
So
I
how
can
much
bonus action dash, right?
can I?
Yeah. I think I can.
Can I use a bonus action?
Yeah.
Wait.
No, you can't, Andrew, but until you level up anyways.
Okay,
But-
Yeah,
so
you have to use an action right now.
how much extra movement does that give me?
It's double your speed, so 30 extra feet. And then I'm gonna need all of you motherfuckers
5,
to roll an initiative. You guys they haven't noticed you, so you will get a round ahead of them, but just roll initiative just so I have everything all
Wait, how
set.
far away from them am I?
Where you got Wind Whisper? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. 70 from the first round of soldiers, and 75 from where the, 80 from where the leader is, because he did step forward a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, roll some initiative.
Rolling initiative.
Oh, I got a nat 20 for initiative. That's the first nat 20 I've rolled with this fucking
Mine
set of dice.
is not great.
17.
I rolled 8, 9, 10, 11. 13.
Okay, so let me just get everything real quick. So 25 to 20, Callum, what do you have?
I got a nat 20, so total of 27.
All right, after that, 20 to 15.
I got 17. Give me 1 second. I need to grab a charger.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my. I'll be right back momentarily. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
So, Brian, can I ask you 2 questions?
Yeah.
Is there any saved up cold damage blood to cast any of the spells yet, or no?
Nope. It starts fresh.
Okay. Other question. Can I use the Airstream spell on myself?
Yeah, if you do want to, you can basically direct it below you, and then go somewhere else. You're a willing creature at that point.
Oh, that's fucking sick. Oh, that's so fucking sick.
What I miss?
It uses up an action, but you can, and it uses one of your uses of it, but you could on yourself if you did want to.
Wait, how many uses do I have?
Like I said, it's equal to your charisma mod.
What I miss?
He was just asking questions about his new weapons. I think Delsin said he got a 14, right?
I
I think he said
I
14.
think so.
wasn't paying attention close enough. I'm sorry.
No worries. Okay. Let's see. He is 1. Ooh, he gets an extra. It still doesn't help.
And
his
you can only
initiative.
do a bonus action attack if you use your first action to make an attack. Yes.
And if you had a light weapon, yeah, that you can do that with.
Well, a short sword's a light weapon. I created Tazojaz's Salute as
Mhm.
a short sword.
Okay, so where you are at, Callum? Like I said, you're about 70 feet from the lower ranking soldiers, and then you're about 80 feet from the higher rank one, who's just casting a sacred flame at the foot of the tiefling who's nearing the edge. The guy has his arms up. They haven't noticed you guys yet. Wind Whisper, you are actually first in the initiative.
Okay, so I'm 70 feet away. Oh, I could get so close so fast. Can I still move after I use my action to cast the fucking airstream?
Yeah, you still have your normal movement.
Oh no, that's terrible. Oh god. Oh man. Okay, so instead of that, I'm gonna cast my once Nah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna cast fucking Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
At second level.
Who are you casting it at?
Can you actually let me look at the range on that rope so I can see what I'm doing? Because I need a little table up as well.
Cal, I'm sending you a picture of that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna send it in the group chat, the Facebook thing, because images always come out a lot better over Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger sponsor us. All right, Casbo, I think has a range of 60. I think either I could be wrong. Could be 90.
Can you? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna look it up real quick because it's not coming up on the Warlock spell list.
Is that Xanathar's?
Yeah, I bet.
Knowing our spells. Cal, I really want to get you on D&D Beyond so I can help you out with that. Get on my account. KS Bolt, 120 feet.
Okay. And the D8 determines the damage type of
So you have they don't know you're there yet, so you have advantage on the roll to hit. So choose who you're hitting, one of the lower level soldiers or the big guy.
I'm hitting the big guy.
Okay.
So I'm rolling my attack, and it is a 16 to hit.
16 to hit with advantage.
Oh, not with advantage. That was just my regular roll.
Because this is a surprise round. They don't know you're there.
It is a 22 to hit.
22. That does hit. Roll your damage.
Fucking beautiful. I love it. Love hearing that word.
Magnificent.
So we're not being stealthy about this, I take it.
Not stealthy at all, right?
Yeah, you guys ran out there and just chaos bolt at this guy.
So I do 9 points of, because it does 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, let me roll my 1d6 as well. Okay, so it does 9 points of thunder damage. No. 12 points of thunder damage, correct? It doesn't do a different type of damage on the
No,
1d6.
you get to choose which type of damage from the D8 rolls you do.
Right, but it still does the total amount of damage as thunder damage. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm picking thunder damage because that also means I get to branch it off. Because I got an 8 and a 1.
No, you get to branch it off only if you roll the same D8.
Is that true?
Yeah. If you roll the same number on both D8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice. So you have to roll the same number on the D8s.
Okay, well, 12 thunder damage to that motherfucker.
Okay, 12 thunder damage. The bolt just smacks in the back of his splint armor and just hits the back and just, hey! And he's turning he turns in that direction. He doesn't get a chance to turn yet because it's still a surprise round, but he got hit in the back with
I'm
that.
going to run up as far as so that was my action. Mm-hmm. I'm using my movement to move 30 feet closer to them.
Okay.
And I'm using the bonus action Booming Blade's on a bonus action. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to get even closer.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah. Is this about where you would want to be, Wind Whisper? I sent out a Facebook Messenger.
I'm like 60 feet closer, so yeah.
Okay. Cool. That is your turn in the surprise round. Serenity, you are flying.
So
This different succubi form, and for the first time, you guys see as she takes on this form, just wings sprout from her back, and she flies off of the back porch, heading over towards the docks.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I want to make sure that I can do this first.
Okay.
So I want to I have to be at 30 feet, I know. So I'm going to bonus action move 5 feet forward.
Okay.
And then I want to cast Misstep.
Okay.
It's a cantrip. And I want to target this one to be pushed forward.
Ping on him again.
The center.
Gotcha.
The center. Center back row.
Okay. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
But wouldn't it also be at disadvantage because it's a surprise attack? Or
Yes,
no?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's not in the rules, but if
I
they're surprised,
just
I do that
asking,
type of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
But would it work to push him into the guy in front of him?
The exact wording: if you gesture to a creature within range, you can see. If the target fails a wisdom saving throw, it uses its reaction to move 5 feet in a direction you dictate. Doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Automatically fails if you direct the target into a dangerous area, such as a pit, bonfire, off a cliff, or if the target has already used its reaction. So yeah, you can knock him into one of his teammates and see if anything happens. If this fails, which that is an 8, so that does fail. So you bump him forward into his other teammate.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, you knock him into his buddy, and then that knocks him into his other buddy, who then knocks him into the first soldier, and all 3 of those guys fall prone, including the Chaos Bolt just hit the guy in the back and just dominoed effect them forward. It's like, and they fall into the ground. The guy, the tiefling who was down like this, kind of starts looking up like, huh? Anything else with your turn?
Yes, get closer, for God's sakes.
You still have the rest of your movement from your dash if you did want to use it. So you have 25 more feet of movement.
So 10, 15, 20. There. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, and 5 feet up higher.
Okay.
And just sit there.
All right. That is the end of your turn. Delsin, it's your turn in the surprise round.
So I'm going to move. I'm going to use my 30 feet to get closer. So 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
Fuck.
Wind Whisper, what's your HP at, by the way? I'll correct it on the screen.
26.
26.
Because I took 2 damage of bludgeoning when I fell.
Yep.
So which ones have been knocked over?
So this one, basically this straight line through the center. All 3 of them failed their dexterity saving throws from being pushed in. So the 3 that aren't in that straight line are standing up, but the other 3 are prone.
So these 3 are standing up.
This one, and then these 2 down here are standing up. The 3 in the center line right here are the ones who are prone.
Okay, so
you have advantage right now because it's still the surprise round. So
I'm going to manifest my echo as a bonus action.
Your echo is back up in Paul's house on the map, so I'll pull that up here, and you can drag him where you want.
So, if I'm not mistaken, it has to be within 15 feet of me. So, It's gonna appear, yeah, like right behind Wind Whisper.
Okay.
And I'm going to so my echo. Yeah. So I'm going to attack through my echo. I'm going to fire a shock arrow at that gentleman.
Okay.
You're not
Roll
gonna use
the
your
hit.
fancy new cold arrows?
Well, I feel like shock arrows are going to be more useful in this particular situation.
And you
That's fair.
have advantage on the attack.
Sneak attack, bitch!
Yeah, because my frozen arrow is just going to slow their movement, but if I'm not mistaken, a taser arrow will make them become paralyzed, which I think is more useful.
Very much more useful. Paralyzed is a fucking mean trait.
So I'm going to fire a taser arrow at him, and I'm going to use manifest. Do I still have I'm assuming. Hold on, let's make sure I have more charges. Yes, I'm going to use Unleash Incarnation and make an attack through myself and my echo.
Okay. So you have 2 advantage attacks.
Wait, no, that's a melee. Fuck. No, wait. Damn it. So it has to be a melee attack. Never
Okay.
mind. Yeah, Unleash Incarnation has to be a melee attack.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make 1 taser arrow attack through my echo at that gentleman.
Okay. Roll a hit. Advantage.
Dope. So that is a 27.
That does hit. Roll your damage.
Dope. So that's 4, and I believe an additional d4. So 1d8 plus 2d4.
And the saving throw is a 12. See if this guy makes it.
What was the save?
That is a 15. So he did save, even at disadvantage for the save. So unfortunately, he's not paralyzed, but he still does take the extra lightning damage. And you get your d6 for sneak attack, so that should be d8, d6, d4.
And I think an additional d4 for the...
Well, that's what the lightning damage d4 was. Right?
Well, hold on.
It's a d8 for your arrow, d4 for the lightning damage, and then a d6 with your sneak attack.
Okay.
And then plus your dex mod afterwards.
Okay. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 points of damage. You hit this guy in the back, and just shocking the rain coming down, just like shocking him. He's stuck in place. He's able to shake it off. And then Paul up on the ledge is just like, "Hey,
so is it dark?
It is
it's dark
pretty dark right now. Yeah,
is it
dark and
raining?
stormy. Yes, it is.
So my echo is hard to see.
Yeah. Paul from the distance just sees the shock light up the night for a second, and then he's just like, "Hey, y'all leave that nice man alone, don't you know?" And he just holds out his hand, and you can see priest work, and you can see an eldritch blast shoots out.
Fuck yeah,
from his hand.
Paul! Do it!
From the balcony?
Yeah, 120 feet. So
120
he can't
feet.
reach.
Hell yeah. Paul's a fucking badass now.
He gets it big. Oh, Paul. And the eldritch blast hits on the foot right in front of you, Wind Whisper, and just hits the dock, and he's like, "Sorry." He missed the guy, unfortunately.
That's all right.
And now it is top of the initiative. The soldier's just the one who got toppled over. He's just looking up. He's like, "Hey, don't you interfere. This is official Niauchikar business." And that is, he's up on the ledge as he's still prone. "And that is magic. both you, and points to Serenity too. Wind Whisper, you start the top of the initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna. So, which one was talking to me?
The one who is the leader of the squad.
All right. So I'm gonna go and attack the closest one to me with Hurricane Breeze,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna bonus action attack at the next one to me.
Okay. The closest one to you is the one who just got the shock arrow from Delsin. He turns around with a sword and shield at the ready, but you roll your attack.
All right. My attack is a 16 to hit.
16. As your rapier goes forward, it's able to just kind of dodge and glean off of the armor.
That now has a -1 to AC.
Did it hit though? I thought if it pierces through.
Oh, it gleaned off the armor, as in I did not hit.
Yes, you didn't meet his AC.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna make my bonus action attack with my with Fizozaz Shalud.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him with the short sword.
Okay, roll the hit. Remember
All
that
right,
one
I'm
is a
using
+1.
other. Well, and that 1 + 1 does nothing for me.
All right. As soon as he does that, it gleans off his armor with the rapier. You take the other sword, and it hits the shield, and the sword gets knocked out of your hand.
Oh no! Is it close by?
Yeah, it's just at your feet right now, in between him. But he's just like, "Hey, stay back."
Can I use more of my movement to pick it up, carry around him?
It is a bonus action to pick up a weapon. Any interaction with movement with a weapon in my game, I use a bonus action with. So if you wanted to pick it up the ground, you would have to use a bonus action to do so.
All right. So that was my action, bonus action, and movement.
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Wow, I was not useful that turn, guys. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
All of the level 2 soldiers.
Another fucking nat 1 with this dice, guys. I really should
I would
be.
stop using them.
No, I want them to like me.
The one
That's like my metal dice. I want them to like me, but they really don't.
The one in front of you who just did that, as soon as you drop the weapon, he takes a hand on his shoulder, and you can see white energy glowing off of it. And he uses his action to cast Lay on Hands on himself, as he looks like he's pretty hurt. And he heals up a bunch right there. After that, the one immediately above him, who's prone, is going to use half of his movement to stand up. Then what is that? Is that a bonus action or an action? Real quick. So one next to him is going to end up, and that is number 4. He's going to use his bonus action. He's just going to be like, "Please, Maya, fight with me." And he casts Divine Favor as a bonus action on himself. And then he's going to use his attack action with his longsword to try to attack you, Wind Whisper.
Okay.
I don't think we should have done this.
This is a great idea. I've still got Dragon's Breath. Don't worry about it. We got
it. A nat 20.
Fuck me.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. He's going to die for the 3rd time, and it's going to be fine.
The same night. Okay, so. Oh. Oh wait, that's the wrong die. Yeah, he's gonna use his second spell as well to dump a Divine Smite into that.
Oh,
nice.
God.
I'm fucked.
I knew we should.
That's pretty low rolls right there. That was 17 points of damage. Total.
Oh yeah, pretty low rolls. Let me just sit at 9 health now.
Hey, for a nat 20, that was pretty low. But you just feel that divine energy as soon as the strike slashes through you, and then just lights up your wounds, burning them. That was him.
Fuck that guy.
Serenity, you are up in the air. How high?
How high was the balcony?
Balcony was 20 feet up, so you're staying 20 feet up
I'm
above
at
the air?
25 feet.
Okay. The next one is going to, the one above, is going to put his hand on himself and is going to cast Shield of Faith on himself with a bonus
Fuck
action.
that guy.
And then
Yep.
he's going to actually run over to you, Serenity. He can't reach you. He's underneath you. And he's just like, he looks up at you and he's just like, hey, get down here right now. You are using magic right now. We saw that spell.
What spell?
Actually, yeah, that's true. He didn't see the misstep. So I'm going to change that a little bit. He's like, hey, succubi, get down here. If you are attacking the guards, you are an enemy of the city.
I'm not attacking anyone. I just wanted to see what was going on and why you guys were attacking this poor man.
Roll a deception check.
Where did my dice go? Oh. Well, looks like I gotta go with the metal dice.
Also, can they see my echo right now, or is he hidden?
You guys are out on the.
Oh, that's a
dock right now.
22, guys.
Huh?
He can see it. He can see it right now. It's kind of hard to see with the storm going around, but it's the form of you just dark in between all the raindrops. 22. He's just like, well, fly off. This is not your business. And he's gonna turn his direction back towards the others who are there. He doesn't have any more. He used his whole turn to do that. Last one is going to over here. Is going to cast his
Wait. Can I ask him a question?
What?
Do you want to come with me? I'm gonna give him a seductive glance too, or look, because I'm still wearing the red dress.
Yeah. Roll a persuasion check.
Brian,
Yeah, Callum.
I love you both. Both of you, Brian, are loved by me.
What'd you roll?
That's a 20.
You say that to him, and he's just like, I'm on duty right now. Be gone. Find me later.
Find me later.
The other one is going to take a step back after he gets knocked down, stand up, and he's gonna cast Shield of Faith on himself as well as he's gauging the situation. And he just turns and sees the situation. He's just like, this is not business for you all. Stay back. This is the official Nialchikar business. This man has committed a crime. He's not going to use anything with his action there. The last one as well is going to stand and move over here, holding a defensive position with his sword and his shield ready. After that is Serenity. It is your turn.
So, we'll wait for him to come back. You have returned. So I'm going to go and land next to him so I'm dropping it 25 feet.
Okay.
Is he still looking at me?
Or
did he look away?
He told you to go, and then he turned back, and seems like he's looking at Delsin's echo right now.
I want to whisper in his ear as I wrap my arms around him and say, but you told me to leave now, and I want to try and grapple him.
Roll a strength check. Let's see if you can beat his strength check.
That's an unnatural 20.
You rolled a 19, you dick!
Yes, I did.
So you come up behind him and just wrap underneath his arms, holding his armor. You are now grappling this man.
So
that was your action. Use 25 feet of your
Yes.
normal movement.
I'm going to bring him with 5 feet of movement and my bonus action.
Each movement, just so you know, each square is now 10 feet now because you're dragging somebody.
So I'm gonna start from there.
Okay.
So I'm like behind him,
Okay.
and then that's 5.
So
That's 15,
15.
25,
Okay.
and I'm gonna let go.
So
You
you
dump
get
him
him over
over
the
the
edge. You just pick him up and then just, and you see him, and he starts falling into the storm raging around, disappears into the clouds very quickly, and he's off the battlefield.
Good job, Brian.
Okay, so let me remove him. So, Eddie, that was your action and your bonus action and your movement. So I think that's your turn.
That's it.
Okay, after that, Delsin, it is your turn.
So they can see my echo. Can they see me?
You have not hidden yet, so they do see you, but you're a little bit further back. So they're more focused on Wind Whisper, who ran the fuck up to them, and then your Echo, who took that last shot.
Cal, I'm going to be honest with you. That probably wasn't a good move on your part.
Yeah, that's what Wind Whisper would do. So that's what he would do. You know.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's completely fair. How do I want to play this? So is this guy standing up right now, or is he like
Everybody except the lieutenant, the one who seems to be in charge, is standing up right now because it hasn't been his turn yet.
But they're attacking an innocent man, sir.
They are attacking an innocent man. So
Shoot the one that's on the ground.
which one's no?
Oh wait, no, you can't. That's disadvantage.
No. So I'm going to fire a taser arrow at this gentleman.
Okay, roll the hit.
And then a second taser at another gentleman.
Oh, ooh, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. 16 plus. So 25.
25 hits. All right, save. That is, unfortunately, that does pass. It's a natural 12 plus 2, so that's 14.
Fuck
but still,
that
damage.
guy. Fuck that guy.
But you don't have an ally within 5 feet of that guy, so it's just the D8 and the D4.
That's pretty bad. 3, 4, 8.
8. Man, he took that shot and it went right in between part of his chain shirt that he's wearing, and shocks him a little bit afterwards. He rips it out, tosses it to the ground. You have extra attack still, so you have one more attack.
Oh, I do have extra attack. So I'm gonna try and move up this way as my echo fires another shot at him.
Okay, roll a hit.
26.
Yes, sir. And that is a
whoa.
5, so he fails.
Failed. Paralyzed.
Yeah, roll your damage. 1d8 plus the 1d4 again.
I just dropped the dice. Where to go? No! Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, so I get the D8 plus the D4, and then
Yep. Then plus your dex mod.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
10 points of damage. Okay, you take another shot, and this one goes right into his shoulder. Just you can see the electricity stand with him, and he is now paralyzed. He also is not looking good.
Oh, I don't want to kill him. Well, I've been leaning. I've been trying to decide whether or not Delsin would
It
actually
doesn't matter.
care about
It doesn't
murder.
matter as long as we can throw them off the edge. If they're dead, they're No longer a
And-
problem.
But Serenity, remember, other people have a different code than you. Delsin may not want to kill. He
I
might just
just
want to
dropped someone
subdue
off
to
the
help
line.
justice. So that is entirely up to you, Andrew.
They were screaming about how, or this guy was helping children, and they were attacking him. For what we know.
True. But these men also might have families.
True.
All right,
So
is that
that-
your turn, Delsin, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to continue my movement.
And remember, you can always do non-lethal damage. You don't have
Yeah.
to kill. So just so you know.
I can make it there,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Just so you know, if you wanted to move up while your Echo was taking the shot, then you would have gotten your Echo would have gotten sneak attack if you didn't want to. Because if you're moving up there anyway to be next to him, you could have done that as he took the shot and got your sneak attack damage.
Okay. I'm going to roll
Roll additional d6.
2.
2. As that arrow got him in the shoulder, it just shocks, and then you just see him just fall and collapse.
Non-lethal damage. Can I ensure non-lethal damage?
You can find a spot that would just knock him unconscious but not bleed him out. So an arrow's poking through him, but you found a non-vital spot, so he's unconscious and he's bleeding a little bit. But with
But again, it wasn't the taser arrow pointed, or
the taser arrow is pointed. It's just got the battery on it, but you can aim it in a spot, I'd say, where he's bleeding, but he's not bleeding out. He just lost enough blood and he falls to the ground unconscious. So he is here, but he is unconscious. So I will just, there's no way I can really put anything I can do. I don't think I can do anything to make it seem like he's unconscious. Yeah, just know that guy right there is unconscious. Okay, and that is the end of your turn, Delsin. Yeah, and then the lieutenant, Alice, the name you heard before, Alistair, he's just gonna use half his movement to stand up. And he's just like, "Enough, all of you. This is none of your business. Submit over there while we take care of this trash. He's been stealing from us and giving to the people of this area unfairly, and he's been using magic to get it. Leave us to our business." And then he's going to take his...
I just say fuck you to him.
My echo is just gonna, in a low, grumbly voice, will just say no.
Okay. Then you have chosen to fall with him, and he's going to use his action and hold on to his holy symbol, which you can see is, it looks like it looks like almost like an anvil. You really can't see with the storm going on. But he uses his channel divinity to use sacred weapon on himself, and then on his weapon, and then the long sword that he does have just starts glowing bright light and surrounded in his area, and he holds it, and he's just like, that was your only warning. And then bonus action uses Shield of Faith on himself.
So which is this? What guy is that? This guy?
Yes. And he's going to take his movement forward, and he's going to charge to be right here.
Oh no! Oh no!
He used his action and his bonus action. He used his action as a bonus action, then he used his normal 15 feet is all he had left. Yeah, so he can get right there. Alright. So, after that, it goes on to Paul's turn. But let me just quickly send a map to Pal, just so he can see how everything is laid out right now. Paul's just like, I'll keep sending support! And he just, one more time, sends out an Eldritch Blast in that direction. He's gonna aim for the one who's directly in front of Wind Whisper, which is number 1. Okay. Paul, you're trying, buddy. The Eldritch Blast again just goes wide over your head, Wind Whisper, and the soldier moves to the side as the beam just goes right past over his shoulder.
Fair enough.
After that, Wind Whisper, it is your turn.
All right. Can I ask you a question before I do
Yes.
anything?
Yeah.
Does Gust of Wind, is it powerful enough to knock people off the edge?
Yeah. If you blow them the amount of feet that pushes them, yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do
How
it. Do
far
it.
does it push them?
Say that again.
How far does it push them?
Gust of wind, you said?
Yep.
Also, Brian, since this is a floating city, I assume the edge is just straight to the ground.
Well, straight to
Not the
water.
ground, to the water. Over a mile fall. The person that Serenity drops still falling.
Yeah, that's gonna kill them either. That's gonna kill them either way.
Yes.
Gust of wind, a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line.
Word! I'm gonna shoot the entire line, which I also think has Delsin's. Oh, it has Delsin in it.
No, if you send it from where you are, it's 10 feet wide. You can direct it so it would get either the main soldier in front of the lower soldier in front of you and the two to your right. You can aim it that direction to get to the corner, or you can aim it in the other direction and get the soldier, the lieutenant, and possibly another. No, just those two at that angle. So you can get 3 or 1 in the lieutenant.
So do you think you can
I'm gonna do neither. I'm gonna use my action to to airstream someone off the edge.
Okay. All right. So you blast out a gust of air towards who through your weapon?
Mm-hmm.
You should do the leader.
The one that, if you're looking at me,
Mm-hmm.
it would be the. What did you say, Andrew?
The leader.
You think I should do the leader?
I mean, yeah, kinda.
He also has that whole the safety net thing, or the Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith doesn't affect this.
Oh, okay.
If you think I should do the leader, I'm gonna do the leader.
Okay.
I think he's gonna be the most challenging guy to have to deal with. So I think if you just
You're
blow
right.
him up,
If I can just drop him off the edge, like
yeah, this fight is gonna go a whole lot better. I feel like.
all right, then yeah, I'm gonna pick the
Okay.
leader.
So
And just-
strength saving throw against your PC.
Come on.
That is a natural 20.
No!
God damn it!
No!
The gust of air goes out in his direction. He just holds up his shield and he's just like, all of you are going over the edge. You know magic is illegal. This is a wonderful day. And he looks like he's enjoying it a little bit.
Fuck.
That was
Damn
your
it.
action, Callum.
That's my action. So my
Sword.
bonus action, I'm going to
Sword still at your foot.
disengage. Oh shit! I already said it.
You can switch. It's your turn. It's up to you. What
Can
do
I
you do?
pick the sword? I want to pick up the sword. I forgot it was at my feet.
Bonus action, pick the sword up, and now you're wielding your rapier and the sword in your hand.
Yep,
Okay. Do you stay there or do you move?
I'm staying right there.
Okay. After that, it is the soldiers. So, the one over here is going to move in this direction and bonus action switch out his weapon to a crossbow. And he's going to point up to you Serenity, and be like, hey, go! And he looks over the edge. He's just like, how dare you! And takes a shot with his crossbow. And the bolt goes wide and disappears into the storm. That one is gone right there. That is his turn. The two soldiers that are in front of you, Wind Whisper, they're both the lower level ones. They're both going to make attacks against you with their long sword.
Okay.
And Wind Whisper, only one of those does hit, I believe, with a 17, right?
It does hit.
And that was the one who did not have divine favor. So that is 5 plus 3, 8 points of damage.
Holy shit! I'm back at 1.
Callum, what's you in 1 hit point?
I like to live on the edge, Brian. You know that.
All right. And then the last lower soldier, Delsin, you haven't made an attack, so you've just moved, so that he's gonna focus himself over at. Oh no, he's the one who's paralyzed. So he's just gonna spend his turn. Oh wait, no, wait, that person's unconscious. Yeah, sorry, he's unconscious. I'm gonna move him off the map. He's right there, but he's unconscious. So he's unconscious on the ground. He does nothing else with his turn. Serenity, and then Delsin.
So I want to move right to the edge, but below, so like he can't see me.
Okay.
And then I want to bonus action hide.
Okay.
And hold my action for if he comes within like range for me to grab to throw him off the edge.
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah, why is Serenity's thing
22.
What did I?
What's up?
Are you over the edge right now?
Yes, I am. I'm flying.
Serenity
Right.
transforms into a succubi, so they have wings.
Right.
All right, that is yours, Delsin. It is your turn. You see the leader who came up to approach your echo with his sword and everything ready.
So what's up with this guy?
Which guy? Ping again? That's the one who you knocked unconscious. He's here.
Oh, okay.
I confused him for being alive, so hold on.
I got you.
I think I can get a collapse spot. Give me a second. For the sake of everything, here's a sleeping body. That's him unconscious. It is your turn, Delsin.
So I'm gonna move.
The lieutenant, his sword glowing in holy energy, approached your echo and looks like he's getting ready to fight.
So I'm gonna move this way.
Okay.
You know, you tap and movement to get there. And if my echo were to make a ranged attack at this guy, would that be at disadvantage because of how close it is?
Yes.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Your echo can. Wait, your echo can't bonus action. You switch weapon. You can. So weird having a character but not a character.
Hi, the babies.
In all honesty, I'd say
There's nothing there for you.
you'd have to use part of your bonus action to make him swap his weapon. You can make him appear with whatever weapon he has, but once he has one out, he'd have to use your bonus action if you want to swap. But you can also swap yours on the same turn if you did want to.
Okay. My echo is gonna swap to a longsword.
Okay.
And attack the gentleman.
Okay. Roll the hit.
That is a dirty 20.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Cool. That is 1d8. 4, 10.
10 points of damage. Okay.
10 slashing damage.
Slash damage. You just cut through, find a little part in his splint armor, and just. That was your first attack?
Trying to think of something going to say.
Bitch.
Bitch.
You don't get to decide who deserves to die. That is what he will say. And then that is the end of. Oh, yeah, I do have extra.
Second attack.
I'm going to attack again.
Did you say that out of your echo, or yourself?
The
Out
echo.
of the... Okay.
That one's only a 14.
14. That one does not hit. After you say that, just raises the shield up and be like, of course I do. I uphold the law here, and those who break the law deserve to go over the edge.
Definitely a bit.
But you guys are breaking the law too.
Authorized magic. And that would be the end of Delsin's turn. It is then this creature, the lieutenant's turn, and he is going to attack your. He's going to try to attack your echo. Ooh. That is not going to hit because that is a 9 to hit.
Miss!
But he is then going to use his extra attack and try to attack the echo one more time. That is a natural 1. So your echo catches his sword with yours and kind of just and he drops the sword. The sword is now as soon as it clatters on the ground, the divine light fades off of the weapon. He's just he looks
Would that happen to give me an attack because he rolled a nat 1?
No, it didn't give you an attack. You knocked his weapon out of his hand. And he just looks frustrated. He's just like, you must be the shit. I thought you were only myth. You protect people like this? Why? You could fight for the city.
I protect the innocent.
Okay, and then it will be Paul's turn. And Paul just behind, he's just like, come on. And Paul is going to do something stupid. He's getting frustrated. Paul's gonna hop off the edge. Only taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage from that. He fades.
Damn.
He's going to. Come on, I need to get there. And he's going to. Come on, D&D Beyond. Work with me.
He's gonna Misty Step or some shit, right?
No. Oh my god. Did Conlin's Wi-Fi just like die? Come on. I think he has bonus action. He has Expeditious Retreat. So he's gonna, not even knowing it, just use his bonus action, and he gets a little bit further than intended. 10, 5, 15, 20, 30, 40. Okay. So he's now holding on to the spell. He can't use anything else right now because he used his action to cast the spell. It goes on to Wind Whisper. It's your turn. You are at 1 hit point with 3 soldiers right within your range.
Okay. I'm attacking the first one with Hurricane Breeze.
Okay.
I'm going to puncture his armor.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Ooh, that's not bad. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, that's a 26.
26 hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. 1d8. And that's it, right? Yeah, it's 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is 11 points of damage and -1 to their AC.
Okay. And let me roll a concentration check for him. He's the one who has Divine Favor. And that is a fail. He drops Divine Favor.
You know what? I'm going to hit him again with Fazozaz Shalud.
Okay. And this is your offhand weapon, so this does not add your dex modifier if you hit, but roll to hit.
Well, I got a nat 20, so that's a hit. I assume.
Roll your damage.
Okay. And that does add the 2d6 still, yeah, even though it's still my offhand.
Yes, and he failed his saving throw, so it's the full 2d6 cold.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Wait, what just happened?
He attacked.
I just
he
yeah, I
got
crit
a
on
nat
him.
20 hit, and with the new sword hilt that he has, the frozen blood.
Okay, so I did 7 points of cold damage and 5 points of slashing damage.
5. As you stab into him, the weapon pierces through his armor, and he starts falling. And as your blade's pulling out of him, you see the blood come up and come into the blade, and it sucks into the form, and you can see some of the actual cracks through it that look like the cracks of the glacier, like the veins, start filling and flowing with red blood.
Ooh,
You can add
I
that
like
cold damage to the points that you're stored up.
Okay.
That
So
was your
that's
action.
7 points. Yep. Well, that was the action to do the attack with the airstream.
Mhm.
Bonus
then-
action to attack.
Yep.
With Azozaz Shalud.
So your action and your bonus action. Any movement?
No. I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Okay. That then goes on to the lower ranking soldiers. The first one near Serenity goes up to the edge, and Serenity, you can roll a strength check with advantage because he's surprised.
Pull him off! Pull him off!
Well, the first one was a 5. The second one, total of a 17.
Yeah, you reach up and just grab his face with your hands. And you
I
have
want
him
to grab his
grappled.
ankles.
You grab his
I
ankles?
just want to grab
Okay.
his ankles and just rip him off.
You grab his ankles and just toss him behind you, and the guy just is now fallen, and he's falling and falling. And that is your that's okay. That took your reaction, but he's off now.
Does anyone hear him scream as he falls?
Probably all of us.
Yeah. And then you can see.
I kind of want it to attract someone's attention, though.
God, there's only fucking just throwing them off the city's cheap. So
It's not though. I was
That's
gonna
what they
do the
were
same
doing.
thing with airstream.
The creature, the one remaining level 2, the lower ranking soldier, the only one left of that ranking. Is Shield Faith? Yeah, he's gonna see Wind Whisper in front of him. He's just like, Lieutenant, this is bad, and he's gonna make his longsword attack at. Oh, sorry, that was the longsword attack at Wind Whisper. Wind Whisper, that is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that fucking hits, bro.
That is 5 points of slashing damage.
I am at -4, sir.
You are unconscious. Serenity, it is now your turn. You're over the edge. You just tossed a man off the edge again.
So I have 30 feet of movement. So that's 5, 10, 15.
So 2 of the guards are unconscious. Is that correct?
3
Yes.
of them are, technically.
Well, one's unconscious and not bleeding out. The other one's unconscious and bleeding out. And then Wind Whisper's unconscious and bleeding out. And then this guy's alive and this guy's alive. There are 2 people who are alive on the enemy team.
Okay. Okay.
So I want to go up right behind this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to stab him with my short sword.
Roll the hit.
Where did my other dice go? 23.
23. That hits. Roll your
Yes.
damage.
Do I get sneak
You-
attack?
No, because Wind Whisper's unconscious.
Well, I wasn't sure if if that was technically stealth or not.
You
No?
weren't hidden from
Okay.
it. You revealed yourself when you pulled the guy over the edge.
Okay. So that's a d6. That's 6.
6 points of damage. And let me see if he retains Shield of Faith. Yes, he holds on to Shield of Faith. All right. Anything else with your turn? Bonus action or anything?
I used all my movement. I just attacked. I want a bonus action. I don't want to move. No, I'm done.
Okay. Delsin, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to fire a taser arrow at this gentleman.
Through yourself?
Yes, from myself, and then I'm going to use manifest. Well, I'm going to use unleash incarnation and make a melee attack for my echo at the same gentleman.
Okay. Roll to attack with your bow first.
Cool. 18.
18. You take your shot with your arrow, and it goes wide over his shoulder.
Extra attack!
Extra attack. You take another shot with your arrow. Well, do you want to do your echo's attack first or no?
Yes, my echo will make his attack first.
Okay.
So that long sword attack is is a 24.
24 hits. Roll your damage.
Cool. 5, 7, 8. 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. It slashes there, then you pull out another bow from your arrow from yourself.
Yep. That
Is
is a dirty 20. Not but a dirty 20.
That does hit. Roll your damage.
Word. And
That was a natural 18 on the con save, so it does save.
Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage.
14 points of damage. Okay. All right. Anything else with your turn? He's hitting him from both sides, dodging some, but still getting impaled from both directions.
15. I'll move right there.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. It is his turn next. He's just looking around at everything. He's just like, useless garbage, all of you, to all of look like at his soldiers. He's just like, can't even get rid of some urchins off the street. And he is going to look around at everything. He is going to he's gonna move without disengaging. So you could use your reaction through your echo to try to attack with your sword.
Wait, what's happening?
He's moving out of range with your echo. If you want to use your reaction to attack him through your echo, you can.
Yep. Cock. 19.
19. That does hit. Roll your damage.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 points of damage. All right.
9.
Slashed in the back. He runs past you, Delsin, and he gets right next to the man that he was lying on the ground before, and grapples and holds him.
Oh boy, you're setting something up for me. I love it.
He's just like, None of you move, or this one, he's going to suffer a fate off the edge. That it was mercy. And he pulls out a dagger and he kind of holds it up at the other guy's throat. And he's just like, you vermin, all of you. Why are you defending the weak? I am the one in charge here. Back away now. And he's going to hold his action and hold the guy right there. It's Paul's turn. 20, 40 with his normal movement. Paul gets right up to where Wind Whisper is, and he's just like, not again. And he looks like he wants to try to get down there to help him, but he's just like, he doesn't want to touch him. He's kind of conflicted on what to do. And he's just like, Serenity!
Grab the other guy's hand.
But that is Paul's turn right there. Wind Whisper, I need you to make a death saving throw.
All right. Let's hope it's not fucking terrible this time. Oh, it's a 15!
That's one success.
Woo!
Okay. The lower rank soldier sees you, Serenity, just stabbed him, and then is going to turn off in your direction, and it's just, he is the one with Shield of Faith on. He's going to be like, enough! All of you back away! And he takes a swipe at you with his long sword. That is a unnatural 20.
That hits.
And he's going to use his last first level spell to pump a Divine Smite into there. That is 15 total points of damage from that attack.
15?
Yes.
Damn.
Okay.
I was fucking rugged.
Yeah.
Serenity, it is your turn. He's staring you down right now, and Paul's calling your name.
Give me 1 second. I fucking closed out. Roll 20. Fucking laptop.
God damn it, Brian. Come on. Why?
I hit the center button, it closes out instantly. I'm fucking irritated. Okay, so how wounded does the guy in front of me look?
Pretty wounded.
I want to hit him. No. I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And use my action to stabilize Wind Whisper.
Okay. Roll a medicine check.
Medicine. That's a 13.
13. You do... It's difficult at times, but you do take your full turn, and you are able to stabilize his wound so he's no longer bleeding out. Wind Whisper, you are stable.
Yeah!
You are
Am
unconscious.
I at 1 HP or am I at 0 still?
You're still at 0, but you are only unconscious for 1 hour.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Unless you get...
Can I bonus action disengage?
Yeah, if you would like.
And then I want to dash to here. So that's... I'm going to go that way 15, but also up. So I'm going diagonal 15 into the air.
Okay. You fly up, get a little bit of distance at this point, and yeah, you didn't have to dash. You got your normal movement for that, so you did disengage, and you're flying up there. That is the end of your turn. Delsin.
Yes.
You look in front of you, and you can see this one guy holding the red tiefling man with a dagger to his throat, and the guy's just like, please stop. I just wanted to help. He's just like, you know your crimes. You are a disappointment to the city of Xysta.
I will aim an arrow at the guard. Or the soldier, or whatever he is.
Mm-hmm.
And say, let him go.
You are not the one who has power here, Shadow. Back up now, or I will.
How hurt would you say this guy is looking?
He's looking pretty hurt.
Is he?
Yeah.
Kill him! Use your elemental arrow and kill him!
I will pull out a frozen arrow, and I will fire it at him.
Roll to hit.
That was cocked. That is a 22.
That, my good sir, does hit.
Word. So
It's a natural 2 on the con save, so he
failed
fails.
he failed that con save. So his movement's slowed by 20 feet. And D4 cold damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Really?
Yeah, good job.
Fuck yeah. So as I aim the arrow at him, I think you know what I'm about to say. You have failed this city, and I will fire it right into his throat.
The cold goes right past the red tiefling into his throat, and you can see the cold just start spreading and just...
And then I want him to just fall backwards off the edge as he dies.
He lets go of the dagger, and the tiefling comes forward and just... And there is right behind him some sandbags over the edge that help lift things, and he just takes a step back and trips over the sandbag and starts falling to his death.
Dope.
Nice.
All right.
Dope.
Is that your turn, Delsin?
This guy's still standing, right?
He is.
I'm gonna manifest my echo, like another echo, so my old one disappears.
And he
Right.
appears right there.
Right in front of him, and he's just gonna go.
Roll an intimidation check.
Roll to scare.
23. So intimidation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25.
25.
Did he shit himself?
This is... Lieutenant! And he's, like, freaking out right now. He, like, jumped back a little bit. And that is your turn.
Does he
Paul's-
smell something off?
Wait, can I use that? Wait, I never used my second attack.
You never used your second attack?
My echo's gonna fucking slash at him.
Okay.
Well, he spawned with the long sword. Yeah, he spawned with the short sword. Yeah, he's gonna spawn with a short sword.
Okay.
Short sword is okay. Good. That's good. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
22. That hits. Roll your damage. Lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
8. Okay. You go up to this guy. Boo! You just take a step back, and then you just, with the hilt of your short sword, just across his forehead, and the guy falls and knocks unconscious. And we are effectively out of combat.
I fell unconscious again, guys.
Again.
I think this might be a new trend for me.
So as everything happens, and the guy falls down, Paul's just like, "What whisper?" He's looked around, and the red tiefling kind of falls forward towards you, Shadow, and he's down on his knees, just like,
Paul does?
no,
No,
the
the
red
tiefling.
tiefling afterwards, and looks up, he's like,
Oh yeah, he's in
"Thank
front
you."
of me.
The red tiefling, he's like, "Thank you, Shadow. You saved me.
Don't mention it.
And you guys can see, as you look behind you, not on the actual dock or the ground, you can see some people from the houses nearby walk out into the balcony and they see everything. And they're just like, you can just hear whispers, is that the shadow? I thought he was just did they just save Arcanus? And you
Did
can
they
see
just say
some
who?
Arcanus.
Arcanus. Okay, so that's the first heard his name.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What were they? Why were they about to kill you?
It's just like, and he just rubs his neck a little bit. He's just like, I've been. And you can see for a second he just and spawns a mage hand in his hand. He's just like, I know it's not allowed, but the children in this area suffer so much. I've been playing tricks on the guards, stealing from their pouches, making their lives a little bit of hell. It was all harmless, but they've caught on. I'll stop now. I don't want. I fear for my life, but
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and go. I would have done the same. But, want a word of advice? Don't get caught next time.
thank you. You.
Now, get out of here before more guards show up.
Of course. And he just gets up and he starts running past you guys. And
As he runs past, and be like, word of advice: try using that from like around a corner or in a hiding spot.
thank you. And he just runs off, and you can just hear some people from the balconies now, just like, yeah. You can see little children over the hedge. You'd be like, yeah. You can see over in the distance because you have a good perception. Some of them have like little toy figures up, and you can imagine that's probably one that looks like you. And Paul's just like, oh, don't you? You do save people in this city. Well, but he looks around. He's just like, I think we're drawing a little bit of attention to ourselves, though.
We need to get hidden. Get out of the line.
That is a good observation, Paul. We should vacate.
Somebody, he goes down to try to grab Wind Whisper. He's like, somebody else, do it.
I'll grab Wind Whisper.
You know, we should retreat to Paul's house.
Yes.
What'd you say?
We're gonna retreat to Paul's house.
Okay. Do you mind if not? There's probably going to be some commotion here. We should probably try to meet up. I don't know how to get to the Undersist, but don't we have to meet the rest with the Liberator later? Do you know how to get there?
What time is it?
It's probably at this point about 10:30.
We still got about an hour and a half. So
to get to the near, you know this city pretty well, Delsin. To the nearest entrance to the Undersist and Haverwing's Edge, it probably take about, if you're moving stealthy and through back alleys, probably 45 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, the only thing that concerns me is Wind Whisper's unconscious right now.
Yes.
But I'm stable.
Yes.
Okay. But we're still.
Can I try to do another medicine check to actually heal him?
In the Undersist. That's what you said, Codlin. Oh, I thought you meant like in the Undersist there. Well, you didn't specify, so Paul thought it meant underneath there. Well, you didn't specify, so whatever people think here, Paul thought you meant in the Undersist. So
I fear that's where we go anyway, because that's where he has power.
Yeah. Okay. So where do you guys go?
Before we go, I want to try and heal Wind Whisper.
Do you have anything to heal with?
No, I actually don't. I was trying to like do I have anything?
You guys have not gotten healing items in this campaign.
I know.
Nope. I have nothing.
Not even a healer's kit.
No. part of me was just thinking of like taking the water skin and ripping a piece of the dress off and at least wiping down his wounds and everything
You definitely can do
and
that.
tying him up.
Okay. You take a few moments to take apart your water skin and start trying to help Wind Whisper out as best you can, clean the wounds, try to slow the bleeding slowed, but actually cover up the wounds so nothing happens. What do you guys do? And just so you say, Conlon came in here because he's like, we said we're beating up at the bar. Rain
never
never specified
mentioned.
which bar, so where do you guys think that Rain intended for you to go?
No, I feel like Delsin will remember what the name was.
If you're talking about the one that Rain goes to all the time, that's the Angel Ears Tavern.
Yeah, well, that's that. I think that's probably where he would go.
If you took a fast travel, you could probably get there by 11:30.
Okay, I think it'd be a bit conspicuous.
Common, you have no power here. Get back. You have no power. You did not specify where to go.
I think it'd be a bit conspicuous if we just walked into the bar holding an unconscious Kenku.
Well, he'll be up by then.
Would he be?
Yeah, I only got 1 hour to be asleep, basically.
Okay, we'll head towards there then.
Okay. You guys slink off into the shadows, and you find the nearest fast traveled location. You go through the whole process you guys normally go through. A little bit different, holding an unconscious body, but the Earth Genasi who greets you is just like, protocol, asks you the questions, but kind of quickly through it until he sees you, and he's just like, well, quickly take him wherever you need. You guys get to the into the under Xyst, and you take the fast travel back up to try to get as close to where you remember Angel Ears Tavern is, and you're heading in the direction of that tavern. What do you guys do as you're getting close? You are still walking through the streets,
Is there
taking
any
back alleys.
stores open?
Right now, you can
Or
see the
food
lights.
shops?
The lights are on all through the streets, but they are still pretty empty. As you walk through alleys, you can see some soldier presence around more, but not like normal. It's still a little bit less. Most of the streets just have stragglers and people walking through trying to get out of the rain. A lot of the shops look like they're closed right now in the Angel Ears Tavern, but yeah, the normal shops are closed. You probably know at this time in the city, since you've been here at this point around, it's like I said, it's about like 11:20 right now or so by the time you get there. Mostly just taverns are open at this time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get anything to help him get up.
Okay. So where are you guys going into the Angel Ears Tavern? Where are you guys going?
Oh,
Wait,
I have a better idea.
You hit my mic!
Wait, so Wind Whisperer is awake now?
Wind Whisper will be in a few minutes.
Okay.
I say let's sit on a bench.
Yeah, let's
First-
wait. Yeah, let's wait somewhere outside.
And I want to call out one of the really fast guys.
Oh, the Quicklings?
Yes.
Are you going to call your Quickling?
Yeah, because it'll be easier.
Okay. You blow your whistle, and it takes a few seconds. It's not immediate. They're not guard. A few minutes pass by, and Wind Whisper, you awaken.
Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna put my weapons away.
And at this time, your Quickling does come over, the little pink Quickling that you have, and just like, you called?
Yes, can you find Rain and ask her to specify which bar she would like us to go to for tonight?
Yeah, definitely. And
return with it, please.
Of course, I'll let you know. And runs off into the night. And as you guys are sitting there, Wind Whisper, up for the first time in a while, right across the street from the Angel Ears Tavern, on a bench near a dark alley, so you're kind of out of the normal light, and your Quickling runs off into the distance. That's where we'll end your session this weekend, guys. So,
so we're ending that as we walk into the tavern.
No, you're
No,
not
we're
walking
outside.
into the tavern.
I
You're
had
end-
gotten one
I'm
of the
ending it
quicklings
as
to,
the quickling. Yeah, as the quickling is running
Yeah.
after to try to find Rain, because at this point I need to know their session. Where the quickling is going to meet them around this time, and then Rain will let them know where to meet. So your session will pick up in the following week, but we still have session 15B to have tomorrow. Everybody who's watching. We planned for this one to start at 5 p.m. It didn't happen. We're still planning for 5 p.m. for the other session tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But yeah, good section, guys. A lot
No
of
one
things
died.
discovered.
We call that a win.
We only had one unconscious.
A
No
lot.
one died.
Oh no, we had
No one died.
2.
Yeah, Wind Whisper went unconscious only twice this session.
I think it's gonna be
It
a session norm.
happens. Okay, it happens. It's pretty much normal at this point.
It's funny, Naresh almost never went down, and Wind Whisper has gone down in almost, I think, every combat we've had so far.
It's the difference between a warlock who really likes to pretend to be a pirate and a
A
bard
little
who doesn't want
scrappy
anyone to
pig.
know what he is.
Yep. All right, but thank you all for coming to this first part of the split session. I hope you had fun. We had some vigilante justice for the first time, seeing Xysta City's resident vigilante actually dishing some out. We'll see if there's any repercussions of that, but hey, you saved an innocent man, so you did the good deed. And we will pick up tomorrow with where Andy and Rain went off to, and then when the group returns in the following week. Thank you all for coming. Please follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. That Disaster D&D. And I don't know if we'll do a podcast. Colin, do you want to do a podcast? It is 9:35. For those of you who are watching, if you do want, we might have a podcast. We might not today. We'll see. I will tweet it out, so follow us on Twitter to keep up to that. And we will see you all for the next disaster. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Colin! Oh god! Oh,